Howdy. Alright, are we ready for some Beam? I wanted some chill stuff today because for early hours, guys, I didn't want a game where I had to put much thought in because yeah, the Kerbal mission. That mission is pretty hardcore, so we really have to make sure we're on our game for that. So I didn't want something that I wanted something for early hours that we didn't really need to put so much thought into. Congratulations, you played yourself. What is this?
In 1961 and 1962, they were moving fast. They were, from the time of that Rice speech, I don't know the exact, but I'm thinking probably they were letting contracts, actually finished contracts within a year of that Rice speech. Unbelievable. I know that the Grumman, there were 9 competitors for the lunar lander, and Grumman won. The RFP was released, and then it was awarded to Grumman 6 months later. Today, there would be, 3 protests, and the losers would sue the federal government because they didn't win.
Okay, this is a place that's dedicated to public service, okay? So we're not going to.
And so that it's very interesting, but the thing that slows things down is procurement. It's become the bigger bottleneck than the technology, which I know for a fact.
Well, that that didn't age very well. When was that? Oh my goodness. That's Hey Velo, how you doing? Okay. Let's play Beam, shall we? Let's just beam it up. Beam me up, Snotty. Pedal cam. Let there be light. Okay. That just kind of furthers what I was thinking. That isn't really what I was thinking, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know where I was reading the thread. I was reading a thread on it was on Reddit or something or somewhere about like how they were so sure that everybody was so sure that the national team was going to get the contract. They were like so sure because everybody thought SpaceX was over promising, and like everyone was like super sure that was going to be a thing, right? Like, the national team had it in the bag. Nope. Hey, Gordon, what's up, man? Oh, hang on. I got to get synergy working. Beam doesn't like, it doesn't jive very well with synergy, so we got to... Doesn't work well with synergy. It's... funny. You were able to get a 9-minute 8-second run up Pikes Peak with the ESVR 800. Not bad. All right. So we got Pikes right there. I'm wondering if we took the car that we made up Pikes, how well that would work. Widget customization time? What? Hey, who's customizing what? Here, let's go West Coast. West Coast is Oh, the widgeon. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, it's good. So we messed with the widgeon and we tried to do a standing mile with it. I kind of made it look like the mantis, but does Beam have a Hachi? There's a download for it. I have one. I have one installed, 73, yeah. This isn't mine. Here. This one's mine. Hachi Slowku, yeah. Is the frame supposed to be doing that when you gun it? Oh, the wheel hop? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's alright. 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 Watch this. This is what happens the last time we messed with the widgeon. I'm in reverse, but that's okay. Okay. Ready? Let me take the nitrous. Turn the nitrous on because, you know, that's good. Alright. No, it's a standing mile. It's a standing mile car, Weed. Watch the speed. We have liftoff. Feeling slightly unethical today. Raised rent on my rent. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Plum's a tough thing to do, huh? You're in an F-16 on the ground. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's a standing mile car. So the standing mile cars are standing mile cars is kind of a game that I play. Because the highway segment in this map is about, I mean, if that's a quarter mile right there, you can see the drag strip. That's the quarter, right? We have about a mile here. How fast can you go in 1 mile without crashing? Damaging the engine is fine. That's okay. You can do that. But how far can you go without crashing the thing? Miles an hour. That's right. How far can you go without crashing? How fast? It's fun. It's a fun, standing mile cars is fun. That's how standing mile races work in real life. Who can go the fastest in 1 mile without crashing? I mean, the thing has a 1.3 liter engine in it. And that doesn't sound like much. Doesn't sound like much, dudes, but 1.3 liters in a car like this is Formula 1 car fast. That's F1 car quick. I mean, this thing doesn't weigh very much. Look at the load on all four wheels. 200, 200, 200, 300, because I'm sitting in it. Yeah, it models that in the game. It's got 50-50 weight distribution. Can you build one of these in real life and take us to the track? I don't think this car exists in real life. What have I done? My brains are going into my feet. Throw it in reverse right now? All right. Yeah, I didn't like that. She's a beast. Yeah, that's what we did with the Widgeon last time. But the car we were messing with last was the Barstow. We were screwing around with that thing. There. This is what we were messing with last time. We did some things to this. I think the speedometer is supposed to do that. North attack? Yeah, you're probably right, Sin. I did not turn the nitrous on. The nitrous makes this thing angry. Not in the good way. Actually, not angry. It makes it unhappy. It's got a 427 in it. Yeah. Like an LS 427. Not an old, like a big block Chevy. No. Well, actually no, this one might have a big block Chevy. I don't know. I forget what we put in it. It's a cool car though. We were messing with this thing on the track. I might want to Pikes Peak this thing, I'm not sure. Like, stop granny shifting, not double clutching like you should. It's fast. It's definitely quick. I set this thing up for handling. This isn't a standing mile car, though. Yeah, like boom boom unhappy, exactly. Oh, we adjusted the brakes. Don't worry about that. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, Gord, exactly. That's kind of what I was going for. We gotta paint it blue, though. It's not the right color. Uh-oh. Yep, that was too much. You gotta be very careful on the throttle with this thing. Hello?
Hey.
You back?
I'm back. It's me.
Hi.
This isn't Lawn Mowing Simulator.
I was just mowing the lawn a second ago. See here, we'll mow the lawn right now. See? There you go.
People leave.
Hey, you better. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Come back from that thing?
Yeah.
All right. Well, glad you got home.
Thanks. I only still have my mouth, so.
Okay. More damping on the rear. Yeah, it really doesn't like that. Here, let's see. Should we mess with bump or rebound? I would assume bump. You can do electrics. There's electric cars. There has to be a mod for it, though. I mean, the springs are freaking real soft out back, dude. Let's do that. See where that gets us. Are you trying to drift? No, not trying to drift. Handle. That certainly looks the part. So what I like to do in Beam, guys, is I like taking cars that have... That's not the clutch pedal, is it? That's the brake. Yeah, that's probably not good for it. I like taking cars and doing stupid things to them. Not like that. Not that kind of stupid. Different kinds of stupid. Well, there goes the transmission. Yeah, it's fine. It's a transmission that only applies inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors. It's not that big of a deal. Here. Spray. Well, that's how we die. Yeah, it really doesn't like that. See what I mean? It makes it very unhappy. It's not happy. I put the nitrous in and there was danger to the manifold. Shut up! I'm in danger. You know what I want to do with this car? Here's what we want to do. Let me go into free roam. I want to get sub 4 minutes on the hill climb track that we have. You guys know the hill climb track, right? We kind of have a little hill climbing session going. Yeah, Mavic, there's your... You can adjust the shot? Yeah. Give it a wing? I don't think I can put that type of wing on, man. You know what? For some reason I feel like this is relevant. We need to do this. There we go. Can you imagine if this game had multiplayer? There's a multiplayer mod, dude. Yeah, okay. So here, check this out. We start right at this crosswalk right here with the arrow. Or with the triangle, right? You know, I have a hill climbing course that goes here, right? And then it goes up here. Goes up there, right? Around that hairpin. And then the hill climbing course goes, it gets a little nutty from here. Goes up here, takes a right under the bridge, goes around, right, goes up here, hairpin corner again, back, double back over through the city, another hairpin, And then you get to the top sector, which is up here. And then the road gets a little crazy from there. So it goes around here like this, up here, through here like this, and then it goes around. And then right at the very top, is that a cleater hap? Yep. Yes, it is, brother. At the top, that's where it stops. A fast car on this does sub 4 minutes. Yeah. We should mess with this. Here, let me just get the hay bales. To mark up the finish line. There we go. Gotta put another one over here. Freedom! That's right. Yes! Alright, so spawn new. There we go. Yeah! So that's the hill climbing track. I always love how objects were under vehicle. What? Eh? I always wondered how plumbouses got made. The Transfiguresian. Oh, didn't they drive that in Top Gear? You can make drift cars in this case. See, yeah, that I know the road you're talking about, dude. Yeah, with that, the Top Gear did it with the helicopter pilot. The helicopter pilot was filming them as they were going around. Here we go. Stock first. Oh, do we want to do the stock one and then this one? I was just gonna take this thing up there. Okay, I'll benchmark it with the stock one. Give me 1 second. Well, I'm really happy that sign isn't collidable because that would have sucked. Stock first for a baseline, Tiggs. You got it. Alright. Shut you off. We'll leave that car there for a moment. It's a nice parallel park right there. It'll be fine. I think the baseline car that we used had those bias plies on it. It was a 232 inline 6 manual, so... Oh, Beam is the best, dude. I love this game. I have so much fun with this game. Okay. Hey, Luke. What's up, man? All right. Let me... All right. You guys got your stopwatches ready? Remember, 4 minutes is fast on this. See? The bell is tolling. That means it's time. They released news all that KSP2 yesterday. At least a show and tell. Alright, I'll get my stopwatch out. Alright. Ready? Hey, Spode, what's going on? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! It's gonna be hard to weasel our way around these corners. Oh, the body roll! Look at the car lean. It's a boat. We got the hairpin. All right. mean, it's not slow. Yeah. Oh, it just can't handle. Wow. Okay, that's dangerous. All right. Bias plies. How did anyone ever race on this? Oh my goodness. Hey, cool cat. What's up, dude? Oh. Okay. All right. Up into the city. 88 miles per hour. Oh my goodness. This thing. It feels like driving my Cornet around. It is just a boat. Set pucker factor to maximum. Oh, careful, don't nick the curbs. Hey, juice spot, there you go. Oh, I didn't even see the wall. Well, stop the timer. I didn't even see it. I was not looking at that part of the road. Oh, that's bad. Oh, dude, see where I was? You could, oh, I didn't even see it. It blended in. It looked like more road. Oh. Dude, it jumped up and bit me. Ow, something bit me. You think it's gonna be alright? Dude, I didn't even see the stupid frickin' thing. Would we have survived? Let's take a look. Yeah, we would have been alright. It would have hurt, but we would have been alright. Walls only attack in self-defense. Yeah. The motor still runs. How are we gonna get the wrecker up here? But the transmission, no, the transmission's fine. I think our drive shaft obliterated itself and went into the woods. I think it got scared. Pretty sure the drive shaft got scared. Did you drop the transmission again? No, the transmission's in there. See, it's right there. There we go. We'll get her back down. It'll be fine. Yeah. These are normal noises. I think the alignment might be a little bit off. The scraping means it's working. Here, we'll take the shortcut. Oh my God, who made this road? The walk of shame, or the roll of shame. Okay, alright. Guys, I think something might be wrong with the track. The track width might be... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Here, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Here, let's just... There. It's fine. That's not what you want. We live here now. Alright, let's bring it back down to the start-finish line. Oh, hey, look, it's brand new. That's nice. We live here now. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind living here. I bet you the wine is really good. Alright. Shall we? I didn't see that damn thing. Alright. Get the timers ready again. We were at 2:17 when we crashed. Alright, ready? Hey, Neo. Alright, we ready? T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go for main engine start. Alright. Through the city sector. Let's see. Up into the hills. Oh, one wheel peel for days. Okay, into hairpin. Gotta just send it through this corner. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, alright, we're alright. Oh, nicked the curb just a little bit, but we're still okay. Those poor tires. Oh no, my tires, mate. They're bias plies, mate. Gotta make it to the top of the mountain. Oh God, okay. It's fine. It's fine. 2 minutes coming out of the city. Not bad. There's that damn wall. Didn't see that one last time. Here we go. This is fine. Dog. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm alright. I'm alright. We're good. It's a boat. It's a boat. Listen to me, Samir. You're wrecking the car, man. Sammy! Triple caution, Sammy! Triple caution! It's fine. What the? We were at 3:48. Let's just say this does a 5-minute lap, and oh, I caught that. Let's just say this does a 5-minute lap and call it a day. I think we died. I'm pretty sure we ate the steering wheel. Yeah, we ate the steering wheel. Take it out of gear and just... Nope. Oh, there's our problem. Our bumper's stuck in a tree. Just... Nope. There we go. See, she works just fine. Hey! Not bad. I think, oh, no. Me scusi. Look at it. It's like, kill me. Kill me. Just let me die. All right. No low ballers. I know what I have. Slightly raced. Gavril Barstow. Original bias ply tires. No low ballers. I know what I have. Real dog dish hubcaps. Matching numbers engine. Okay, we'll, still runs great. No low ballers. I know what I have. Original patina. Oh, that's too real. That's a hay bale. There we go. There we go. Now, you know what? We'll bring out the big guns. Tweets, what's up, dude? First sale, 1 mid-70 muscle car, 1 minor fender bender, no low ballers. Question about the RL10. It uses superheated fluid from the nozzle heat to turn the turbines. It's called an expander cycle. Yep. How do they turn the turbines before the nozzle gets hot? Pre-valves. Pre-valves. The thing doesn't need to be hot, Tweets. The thing is that hydrogen is like minus 400 Fahrenheit. And even if the nozzle is just down here at room temperature, right? That's still a 400 degree temperature difference. Yeah. Yeah. Heating up is relative, dude. Try a tuner car next? Well, this is the car we came to mess with today, TJ. So maybe in a little bit. All right. Now, I'm probably gonna crash this. This is probably gonna end very poorly. Yeah, it'd hurt, Ryan. It'd hurt. All right. I think I may have given this way too much power. But it's blue, so it goes fast. Science. All right, ready? Timer's ready? Too long didn't watch on KSP yesterday. I launched the SSDO. I didn't hook the satellite up right, so I brought it back down, replaced the satellite without recovering the SSDO or the pad, launched it again, made money. Timer on standby. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. have to be big toe, SpongeBob style, with this throttle. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. All right. Relax. It's quick. It's real quick. Yep. All right. Calm down. Oh crap. Oh, we're dead. Damn. Oh. Well, at least the frame isn't bent. We just lost a couple of things. It's fine. Oh, hey, the wheel still works. Maybe less giggle juice? I don't have the nitrous on, dude. We have a... Here, look. I mean, the hood's junk anyway, so... Yeah, that's a big block Chevy. It's a 427 with dual quads. That's, I mean, it looks like it. It's not exact, but it looks like it. Well, yeah, of course, Panta. Pretty much tuning, kind of like that. Yeah, I mean, she's a rocket ship, dude. This thing goes real fast. Like, real fast. We were trying to make this thing handle, dude. It just didn't want to do it. I mean, I think... I was going to say, we might have a little too much power, but we need to get something over the rear wheels, like a sandbag or something. Yeah, that's right. The distributor is in the back. That's right. Chevy. How many liters? 7.2 is what a 427 is. 7.2. Yeah, we made some big engines, Maverick. Big engines. That's not even the biggest one, dude. Cadillac in the 60s had a 500 cubic inch motor. That's 8.2 liters or something. Something ridiculous like that. 427 is a 7 liter? Yeah, okay. Thanks, Dave. I mean, it's a friggin' beast, dude. It's a beast of an engine. I mean, this is... a 427 like this is the type of engine that they put in Corvettes. I mean, these things scream, dude. They go fast. Real fast. Alright. I'm gonna take the spray off of there. That's the dyno right here, pretty much. Man, does that look? I mean, look at how quickly it ramps. Look at how quickly the torque comes in. Instant torque. How much torque do you want? Yes. So this engine makes, per this dyno, I mean, look at it. It's linear. It's like 450 foot-pounds, and it just stays there. That's a very linear curve. And then at 6,500, it's at 600, and it's still going up. I have it limited. It's very accurate for 427. Yeah, I was going to say, Dave, these numbers are actually pretty damn close. These numbers are pretty spot on, actually. That's really close. If it could read higher, you could probably keep going. Well, I mean, it's funny you should mention that. I have it rev limited. If you want, I'll put it up to 7,500. And we'll see. Yep. Let me just... Holy crap, dude. This thing is a freaking rocket. It's too damn much. It is too... That's too much. This is too much power for this car. Seriously. It's too much for this thing. I mean, in reality, this engine, you'd step on the gas and the torque would literally bend the chassis. Without like subframe connectors or something tuning. You're right. Dave, it's supposed to... Beam does that. They make cars kind of look like something and kind of look like something else. Like, I can't put my finger on what the front looks like. Like, maybe a Torino? Especially with the stance that I have, it looks like a Torino. This screams Torino to me. But the back screams Barracuda. The back of this is definitely a 67 Barracuda, and I don't know what the taillights are from. It looks like it's got taillights from a Ford LTD or something. Front is a Lincoln? Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. No, I see a Continental. Hold on. Hang on. Let's look at it like a 67 Lincoln. A 67 Lincoln. I liked Lincolns before it was Lincoln. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, what the hell? That's nice, I guess. Here, how about a 64? No. 66? Yeah, the hood going over the top with the lights the way that they are. Yeah, definitely. I both like and hate that. That car was cool. I don't mind it. I hate the rims. I can't stand it. Dude, it's this thing. It's this thing with me. And if you guys think this, you tell me. Like, I mean, I get it. Cars are subjective. They're art and it's personal taste, so it's very subjective. I understand. I hate low profile tires on old muscle cars. I think they look silly. Picture like a baseball player wearing clogs instead of cleats. It just looks weird. Like, see, that's okay. I don't mind that. This dub stuff, like, you know, dub tires and stuff on old cars, that just looks weird to me. I don't like that. The car didn't come like that. The car looks better with low pros. See like that? Those white wall radials with the smooth rim, that looks cool. I like that. This never did anything for me. And once again, I respect it. Those rims are worth more than probably every car that I own. Like, to be fair, I respect it. But I like this. I think that looks correct. I mean, those are the stock rims, but I think that looks right. I hate low profile tires on old cars. It's very rare that actually works. See, okay, that's kind of cool. I don't mind that because they painted the dish or the rim black to look like tire. It looks like low profile tires, but it's not. I don't mind that. This is a little too much for me. I can't stand the 45-degree camera. Yeah, I get you. I understand the stance stuff. That's kind of cool. But yeah, that's not really my forte. I like old American stuff, man. That's my favorite. But dude, I know my sports cars. Like, I mean, if somebody's gonna hand me an '89 Skyline BNR 32, I'm good. With like an RB26D TT, I'm fine. Like that's one of my all-time favorite cars. Like, I know both of these things, you know, but yeah, man, it's just something about, like, okay, see, like, we got 15s on this. The 15s look cool. That looks sick. This looks like a Torino Talladega. It looks like an old NASCAR. I mean, I purposely made it look like that. Here. It looks like Richard Petty's car. Richard Petty freaking had a Ford. Maybe it's a 70. Is it the 70 Torino? Yeah, it's supposed to look kind of like that. Oh, that's such a cool car. Yo, Mick, what's going on, man? Thanks for the raid. Speaking of cars, speaking of Mad Fords, Mad Ford is here. What's up, man? How are you? We're trying to hill climb. We made a hill climb track on this map that's supposed to be like kind of Italy, I guess. And we're trying to overcome some engineering challenges of taking this old muscle car, this totally nondescript muscle car that looks like a bunch of different things, and yeah, we're trying to get it to the top. If you did you watch Lockdown at all? Yeah, kind of like that, but faster. Yeah. It's a good time. I'm all good. Head to the pub. Sir Guinness needs drinking. Cheers. Drink one for me, Mick, please. It ain't the end of my shift yet. I still got like 10 more hours. Oh, Kelly, watch Lockdown. Lockdown is sick. Have fun. Respect as always. All right, Mick. Hey, you guys know my buddy Madford, right? Speaking of Lockdown, actually, Mick, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna shamelessly plug you. I don't care. It's worth it. You guys know Jeremy Clarkson, James May, Richard Hammond. Mick works on their cars. Madford in chat. He works on their cars for their YouTube channel, Drive Tribe. No joke. Yeah, Kelly. That's why I like Mick. Mick's cool, and he's a Ford guy, and he likes Guinness. We're friends. Like, that's like ding ding ding. You ticked all the boxes. Yeah, that's why I'm like, no, go follow Madford, dude. He's working on their cars on stream. That's what he does. He rebuilt a Mondeo for him. So, you guys remember the last like real episode of Grand Tour where Jeremy, Richard, and James were trying, like, before they just did specials, right? Jeremy, Richard, and James were trying to find a car that they all like, right? That all three of them absolutely like. And it came down to a Ford Mondeo, an SD200 Ford Mondeo. So if you type in SD200 Ford Mondeo, oh look, there's a picture of James with a Ford Mondeo right there. Hey, guess who rebuilt that car? On the Drive Tribe channel, take a look.
There's only one car out there
Watch.
that Clarkson, Hammond and May can all agree on that they like. The Ford Mondeo.
That's Mike Fernie, he's the host.
It's filthy for one thing. He slammed it. Oh yeah, quite a bad crease. This is hanging off. It looks like somebody's head butted it.
There's your boy.
Quite hard to believe I drove up in this thing just yesterday. What have you found having taken the covers off of this engine?
We found part of the
See? Isn't that cool? Go follow Mick, trust me. You won't be disappointed, dude. He wrenches on this stuff all day. He just streams from the shop. You should see him rebuilding motors. It's really freaking cool. I wish I could do this on stream. I'm not, dude, I wouldn't go screwing around with a timing chain unless I had somebody like Mick there. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not that good of a mechanic. When are they coming out with Tuesday-os? Wait, what? Tuesday-os. Nice. Actually, Jim, they made ST200s over here. They made those in the U.S. They've been making them in England for forever. But the Mondeo is we got that car, believe it or not. And it's a Ford, the SVT Contour. Yeah, we have that car. My cousin had one, dude. He had a black one that, dude, it looked, yeah, kind of like that. It's an angry little car. Yeah, Merkers, that's right. Dude, my cousin had one, man. I don't know what he did with it, though. Freaking cool car. Yeah, freaking just shameless plug for all my cousins if you're watching the stream. Yeah, they're all car nuts just like I am. We're all car nut cases. Mondeo was ugly as heck, though. I don't mind that. You know, the front is what does it for. The front looks like an old Buick. The rest of the car is fine. I mean, here, what do you think about this? Now that's a car I wish I had. I'll take it in right-hand drive. I don't care. About to start putting the 588 back together for the dragster. Nice. That's one of my all-time favorite cars. And I'm saying that as Mr. American Muscle over here. You know why? Because this car came with a turbo the size of a basketball. No joke. This little thing has a 2.3 motor in it, similar to the Lima engine, So like a Mustang SVO with a much bigger turbo and dual overhead cams. That motor makes like 600 horsepower. And if you tune it, it can make more. How much turbo do you want? Yes, it's more jet engine than frigging internal combustion engine. I love Causies, man. That Sierra Cosworth is one of my favorite cars from Europe. All day. Dude, I would love to have one of those. So 4 seconds to full. Yeah, the turbo lag is pretty bad. Yeah, the turbo lag is not ideal. You like lawnmowers? Goalie, it's basically got a jet engine behind it. It's got a friggin'. It's more jet engine than freaking internal combustion engine. Look at the heat shroud for the damn turbo. The damn turbo's huge for that engine. Look at, dude, it's the size of the cam gears. That's insane. The radial compressor's the size of the damn cam gear. This thing screams, bro. Yeah, we had the XR4 Ti. Yeah, it didn't have that in it, though. Yeah, that's right, Zictex. Yeah. Ken Blanc. Yeah. Yeah, those guys. Yeah, I know those guys. Those guys are cool. Yeah. Yeah, that guy? Yeah, I know that guy. I like Ken's RS200 though. If we're gonna talk about that, I like the RS200 is probably one of the coolest Fords ever made. It's right up there with the GT in my opinion. It does have the Lima motor, Merkers. Yeah, we didn't get the dual overhead cams. Merkers, you know what we should do? We'll find an XR. Okay, all right, Merkers, I got a plan. How much you think this would cost? We find an XR4 Ti, and then we get Mick to build the Causi motor for it, and then have him ship it over here, and then you and I stream putting it in. Is that fair? How much do you think that would cost? 5? 10 G's? 10K already asked? It's kind of worth it. Kind of worth. I'm sorry, but it ain't a car if it needs a turbo to make power. Damn lawnmower, damn lawn ornament. All right, goalie. Have fun getting thrashed on by a 4-banger, dude. I'm telling you. Yeah, okay, the V8 makes the torque. I get it. That thing will catch you. It weighs nothing. It weighs nothing, and on the high end, it makes 600 horsepower. We're talking a car that weighs 2,300 pounds at best. Yeah, maybe 25, 26, something like that. That makes 600 horsepower. Okay, you'll get out of the gates faster. Once that turbo spools, gonna reel you in like a fish. Write it off as a business expense. Yes, that's the idea. Just like another project that I'm writing off as a business expense. That's for another day. Yeah, that's for another day. Anyway, I wonder if there's anything like that. After watching PFI Speed, I was amazed how much four bangers can make with a spoolie boy. PFI is awesome, Gord. Yeah, Brent's a cool dude. I love his attitude towards things. Just all right. Did you watch the RPM Act video from him? That really bummed me out. I was like, Brent, who hurt you? I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna smack him across the face. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? I will find them. Who did that? No, not cool seeing Brent unhappy. That really pissed me off. Remember that crazy bush plane with the nitrous? He finished it, but it said he wants more power at high altitude, so he's going to twin supercharge it. Ah, yes, the Kelly Johnson approach. I approve. Yeah, Gord, really, dude, I'm with you on that one. I was so unhappy after watching that video, and not like mad. I'm like, no, this isn't right. This isn't right. It seems like I got the same kind of feeling that someone gets when like punching a puppy. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? He's such a good dude. He's such a good. No. I mean, Gord, I think like the next day I made it a thing to talk about the RPM Act on here. Because that really pissed me off. But yeah, freaking PFI is amazing. That guy's a wizard with Honda engines. It's so cool. Hill climb? That's right, Mac. Hey, 12 Bravo. I'm good, man. How are you? In all my aviation classes, including a class about aircraft engines, I was never taught about nitrous in them. I mean, that's... Kelly... Dude, all the performance stuff from cars nowadays, heck, even some of the names, comes from airplanes in World War II. Supercharging, that's something from aviation. The reason why it's something from aviation is because you got a big problem with the car, or with the plane. Plane goes up there. Atmospheric density goes down. Engine does not work as good. It gets really hot. Yeah, that's why bomber engines, those huge right radials, they're very susceptible to overheating. Because at high altitude, yeah, the engine don't work no good. So they came out with, yeah, sentences. You want somebody that speaks English correctly, find a languager, okay? No, I could say it right. The engines don't work as well up there because of low density, the low density of the air. With low density air, just like low pressure in the tire, right? Very similar thing. The motors get really freaking hot. There's no way to convect the heat off the engine. It doesn't work very well. I mean, low pressure tires get hot for other reasons, but sorry, but whenever I hear a lawnmower, I think of this. Yeah! Yeah, nitromethane came from rocket testing. To only speak 2 languages, English and bad English, right? I don't know why I put a T at the end of that. So, yeah, they came up with the idea of putting superchargers on them. They had geared superchargers on the back of the Merlin engine, on the back of the Allison engine. And then Kelly Johnson came up with the idea of turbo supercharging, and then nitrous as well, to get that performance boost. Because you have to increase oxidizer up there. It's almost like there's a reason why rockets take the oxygen with them up into space. Find a languager. You know what I always wanted to do? Hang on, just on a side note. Here, give me this. Cheeky breeky. I have one of these guys. You will like this picture. What's up? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do like that picture. Oh, Marks, that's sick, dude. That's so cool. The panel van escort. I love it. Next to the van. Oh, hello. Yo, dude, nice. Even the car next to that, dude, also nice. Hey, Zenshai, what's up? Just remember the turbo supercharger was just a giant turbocharger. Yep. You gotta check out Mike Patty's videos sometimes. He engineered his crazy wings with dual slats and flaps. Wings are designed to be able to hang a dirt bike under them on each side. That's cool. Yeah, exactly, man. I wonder if we take Latikansky up there. This is the ultimate combination of Cold War adversaries. We have a Lada. With a small block Chevy in it. Have you ever heard of Nelson Racing Engines? Yes. Didn't Nelson do the engine for David Freiberger's F-Bomb Camaro, the twin turbo thing, and the F-Bomb has like 1,200 horsepower? Oh yeah, I know about Nelson. Yeah. I hate sitting waiting for damn welders to finish. About to do a 170,000 pound pick. Yep. Yeah. This is the Lada with a small block Chevy in it. Do you think we need some shock out back? It's the cheekiest of all breekies. Do you think it? Oh man, look at the tracks that just laid down. Jesus. Hey, Grab Shark, what's up, man? Nearly overheated the engine there. That's fine. It's fine. In the words of Zip Ties, you don't need to worry about the temperature gauge. All right. I think the tires are warmed up. Maybe we should see what this thing does. P.S. That raid message you had, those savages gave... the savages gave me was cursed. You can't help it if your belts are trash. That's fine. And don't give me that, oh, you need to read the books. Yeah, all right. Just take the hood off. You know what, Warder? That's a good idea. You know what, Warder? That's not a good idea. Okay, Cleater. Man, Mercs, Kevin keeps telling him, dude. Keep telling him. Keep telling. You know, they went to the wind tunnel and they tested it with the hood off, right? Oh, that's the console. And I'm sitting there going. He's like, see, the hood doesn't make that much of a difference. It changed the coefficient of drag by like 0.1 or something. What was it? They lost like 20 horsepower with the hood. I'm like, dude, that's a big deal up at 200 miles an hour. But now he wants to run with that dang old hood off. I'm like, okay, whatever. Dude, actually, something with Mullet, and don't get me wrong, I ain't hating by any means, right? Something I noticed with Mullet, and they did this with the aero testing, right? They showed this with the aero testing. The way those turbos are mounted, right? So what's going to happen here? And they said this when they did wind tunnel testing. So the turbos are, dude. This thing could go faster. It can go way faster. You can get much more air into those turbos. What's going on is the air is pushing up against the headlights, right? And it's either getting pushed out to the side or it's getting pushed up and over the hood. And when it gets pushed up and over the hood, at high speed, the air has nasty flow separation over the front, right here, like on that sharp edge. Very bad flow separation. And the air actually gets compressed and it goes up and over the turbo. It follows the lines of that cowl right there almost. It goes up and over. The turbos are actually, and there's already low pressure here, and the turbos are creating a vacuum anyway. You need there needs to be like a scoop right here, like a flat edge that comes off that pushes the air from this out to the side so the turbo can get laminar flow. That they're getting nasty flow separation off the front. And once again, that showed in the aero test. I was watching it. If you look at the one where Cletus goes to the wind tunnel with this thing, they put the paraffin flow over this thing, and if you watch the smoke trail, it goes up and over the turbo. Yeah, put the turbos out the grill. Yeah. Punch out the inner lights and just put the turbos there. I don't think they have the space to do that, man. Yeah, I'm looking at, like, that's cool mounting turbos there, and it looks amazing, but you're going to get flow sep at high speed. These turbos are starving for air at high speed, I'm pretty sure. And once again, I'm not about to say that I know more than KSR, dude. That guy knows his stuff. He probably knows about it. Like, I mean, the heck, they mentioned it in the wind tunnel test, so they probably know about it, but wouldn't be street legal. See, there's always a reason, Storm. That makes sense. There's always a reason, dude. Every time. Dude, Kevin has to be an engineer, Warder. He's an engineer. I'm convinced he's a mechanical engineer. Like, he knows way too much about forces impacted on or imparted on a vehicle at speed. I'd be curious to know that dude's background. He's got dude, and he knows aero too, which is pretty cool. Turbo blades with LEDs and headlights. Best VW. What's that? Does that have a minigun on the top? Yes. Okay. Yep. I like the what is it? The 28 window. 28 window bus. That's cool, man. Those things are worth money. Needs a Superbird front nose piece. Exactly, Sin. You need something to get that air. You don't want flow separation. So Sin, what I tell people is with aero, air doesn't like to turn. That's the big thing. Air does not like to turn. So with this car, or even this car at high speed, right? What's going to happen is you're going to get flow separation off the front, right? The air will go up and over, right? And it'll go down and it'll push up here, and then the air doesn't just take a right-hand turn and follow the edge of the car. It goes up and over like this. Air doesn't like to turn. It really, 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 really doesn't. It just likes to keep going. And that's going to create low pressure here. You're going to get flow separation at high speed off the windshield. Now, at certain speeds, that air will just come down here and it'll flow over the rear windshield. And if you guys are familiar with the 69 Charger, right? Or 68, 69, 70 Charger, they have an inset piece of glass. And that air comes back down and tries to hug it, and then there's a bunch of low pressure that happens right behind the rear windshield because it has an inset piece of glass. That's no good. That's very bad for aerodynamics. But the Charger looks like it goes fast, so. I don't get why he didn't mount them in the grill like the Pro Charger. Well, it's a street legal car, goalie. That's the reason. It's a street legal car. You have to have the lights. Somebody said, Storm said it in chat. That's what makes the most sense to me. You can't mount them there. It's because they want to do. That's a Rocky Mountain Race Week, Hot Rod Drag Week type of car. So it needs to be street legal. On the inside lights, I don't know. Maybe if you went for dual filament, I don't know. But I know that they're getting nasty flow sep off the front. And once again, they probably know about it, dude. He probably knows. I checked out a YouTube channel and it says go to Twitch. I might stream. Oh, hey, Marius. Right on. Checked out your YouTube channel and it says go to Twitch. Oh, hey, welcome. Yeah, trying to get that thing up and running, dude. It's getting there. Isn't that why the Monte Carlo had the fastback curved rear glass? They wanted better aero for NASCAR? Sounds about right. I mean, so check this out. Here. If you look at the Dodge Daytona was the first attempt, right? So Dodge Daytona it's not the Plymouth Superbird, but this was the first attempt. This is just a Dodge Charger with the nose cone and the wing on it, right? And if you look at the back, see? The Chrysler engineers got rid of that inset rear windshield because flow separation. Oh. That's nice. If you look at just a regular Dodge Charger from 1968, check this out. Let's see if we can find a picture. See? Look. See that inset grill? Oh, Aero hates that, man. So that air is going to come off the rear windshield, right? And then it's going to bounce off the back of the roof, and it's just going to keep going. It's going to follow these lines right here on the B pillars. And that creates a ton of low pressure right here. And if anybody knows a little basic thing about aerodynamics, if you have low pressure right here, and then air is getting compressed underneath the car, and you have high pressure underneath the car, you know what that makes? Lift. Turns the back of the car into a wing. Picks the back of the car up off the ground at high speed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's no good. You don't want low pressure on the top of the car. You want high pressure. You want low pressure underneath the car, which is why cars have, that's why the Superbird also has an air dam on it. If you look at the front, they put this little thing that looks like a tongue up there. That's to get the air to compress right here and shoot off the sides and not go underneath the car. Do they have a Dodge? In this, I don't. Hey, here, I don't have a Dodge Daytona, but I do have a B-body Chrysler. Drag's bad, okay. Well, it's not that it's bad, Tessa. It's, well, okay, it's pretty bad. But it's about making sure, I mean, you can't completely mitigate it, right? But you really want to make sure that it doesn't, you want to make sure that it doesn't happen. It happens where you want it to happen, right? You want to make drag on the front. You want to make drag on the front to force those wheels into the ground. You do not want to make drag up here. Bad idea. Exactly. Well, Apollo. Yeah. I have a B-body farm. My 01 Cummins 2500 is a freaking beast. Ooh. 6BT? Is it the 5.7 or the 5.9 farm? I think they switched to the 5.9, right? 24 valve? Oh. Ooh. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Here, farm, you want to see, dude? I saved a loadout from literally my Coronet. This is exactly what my car looks like. That's it. Want to hill climb with this? This one's actually probably in a little bit better condition than mine. The rocker panels on the Coronet are not ideal. Dude, it's a freaking cool car. And you know what, farm? I don't care that it has 4 doors. I really don't give a crap. 1, it looks like a Bluesmobile. It's not the right year, but it looks like it. 2, if I wanted to find this car in 2 doors, I would be paying an extra 10 grand. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll take 4 doors. That's fine. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. All right, here. Let's move the Lada out of the way. Dang, this thing's squirrely. More like a lot of torque. I getcha. Funny. I want to build the diesel Stang. Didn't Weston Champlin put a 12 valve in a like a 2015 Mustang? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Dude, mine looks exactly like this, but in a lot crappier condition. And I don't, once again, I always say this, I don't have the rally dash. That's the rally dash. My dash, the dashboard on my car doesn't look like that. Do you know anyone who's done an EV swap for an El Camino? No, Kyle, I don't. My dashboard has the diagonal speedometer. That's what my dashboard looks like. See that? There's 2 types of dashes that they put in B-body Chryslers in the late 60s. There's the rally dash, and then there's the plebeian dash. I have the plebeian dashboard. I don't care. I still don't care. Yeah, it has the cool... The Horus Speedo. That's right, geek. Yeah. Things, dude, I love V-bodies. V-bodies are my favorite. The plebeian dash was in the Bluesmobile. It's true. It's an old Mount Prospect police car. They were practically giving them away. Oh, this is not going to end well. I'm gonna crash my car. There's no way we're getting this thing around with skinny tires like that. Does it ever end well? I don't think I've gotten one of these cars to the top yet. So, whatever. Get the stopwatch out. Let's do this. Hey, Creeper, what's going on? Pinky, how you doing? All right, get the timers out. Well, good luck, have fun, indeed. Timer ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, it's not that it's bad, it handles bad, it's just the car is big. Can't this thing go any faster than this? Bob, I think we got a little problem. God damn, boy. Oh, I turned in a little too early. Oh, shit. Sorry. I'll time myself out. I'm sorry. Send it. Do you have a Rolls Royce in this game? No. I don't know if this has the 318 in it, Hellfish, or if we have a 440. With those torque numbers up at the top, it seems like it's a 440. I have an 8.6. We do have the 8.6. That's right. But Tessa, that's the 8.6 is the car that everybody thinks we're going to use for hill climbing. Nobody's expecting a freaking 20-foot long boat to be going up the hill.
Hey, I was gonna tell you, there's like heat waves today, so you might want to watch your lights and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, baby. I don't think the 440 came in a 2-barrel on this car, Hellfish. I think the 440 came with the Magnum on this car. Actually, they didn't even put a 440 in the Coronet in '69. The Coronet... Well, not in the 4-door. Excuse me, not in a 4-door. I'm talking about 4-doors. They definitely did in the 2-door. You could get it with a 446 pack and an A833 4-speed. In the 4-doors, the biggest motor that they put was the 383. You could have gotten the 383 Magnum. So a 383 with a 4-barrel. But, once again, you can bolt in. If you get V8 torsion bars and the V8 motor mounts, you could just swap one in. Heck, the electrical systems even still work. You don't need to switch up anything. You just unplug one motor, plug another motor in. That's it. Hey, Epic, what's going on? We're plus 4 minutes. Almost to the end, though. Man, you really have to flick this thing. You really have to use the weight transfer to your advantage. So this thing is going to lean in the corners. It's called body roll. You can use that extra inertia to carry it through the corners, but it's tough. Like, I tried to do it that time, but I tried to do it a little too much. I'm getting one to the finish line today. I don't care. And stop. Oh, my car. My poor car. $449. Oh, man. Oh. Dude, yeah, if you screwed up the hood on one of these things, you know how much that hood is worth? A hood on a for a Cornet, for a B-body in mint condition is worth so much money. Now it looks like my car. Nah, it's not rusty enough. Alright, so we did $449 with the Cornet. Not bad. I wonder, can we... Here, let me turn off pedal cam and we'll see what we can do. Can we tune this? What can we tune out of the box? Oh, 28 psi. How about we lower that to like 25? Your PC agree with the traffic mode? Yeah, it could, Pinky, but I don't really put it on it. I like just racing against the clock. An LS7 block with a 4.125 crank, you would have a 440 cubic inch powered Cornet. Yeah, no, I'll stick with Mopar stuff. Dump some fuel. Well, that's a thing. That's the thing. Dumping the fuel out back, right? Dumping the fuel out back would make the car lighter, but it would also put less weight over the rear wheels, and we would spin the tires easier because it's lighter. How did I know you were going to download this mod? Because it's my frigging car. What engine do we have in this thing? Oh no, it does have a 3. Oh, dude, it is a 318. This is my car. Nice. It is the 318. Oh, that's so cool. It would, the 318 and 69 would not have been blue. It would have been orange. They switched to corporate blue in 1970. Mopar engines pre-1970 are orange, like a Chevy motor. Okay, keep the engine but tweak it. All right. Is this stock Beam? The Coronet is a mod, Dave. It's called the Gavril Gladiator or just the Dodge Coronet. Boo, what's that? The court denied liquidation of Darren Musa's space company and stopped the return of Buran into the hands of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Ah. Okay, buy it back then. Screw it. Is there a 4-barrel option? Mine does have the 4-barrel on it. It has a Carter 4-barrel. Mine does not. Yeah, see, mine has a 2-barrel. Mine has a Carter 2-barrel on it. Here, I'll take the hood off for a second, roadkill style. I mean, that's right, dude. That's what the motor looks like. Let me see. Yep, the washer fluid's in the right spot. That's where the battery is. That's not right. The master cylinder wouldn't... So the master cylinder... Well, it could be right. The master on my Coronet doesn't have the brake booster on it. I have manual drums on mine. Yeah, that's probably something we should change, you know. Missed again for a 3rd time. Did you make mac and cheese with ground beef last night? I feel like I remember waking up and smelling it. Yes. Look in the fridge. You want some? I've made some for you, Brimo. Yeah, it's in the fridge. I do want some. Plenty of it left. I love you. Yeah. It's extra cheesy. I seasoned the meat in the same way that I seasoned the beef the other day that we ended up putting in the stir fry. And then I put 2 cheese in and mixed that up. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I have to wait for my mouth to be less numb. Yeah. Okay. Wouldn't it be easier to tune one with a big barrel carb instead of trying to balance 2 smaller ones? Depends. Missed that Star Wars quote by not replying. I know. I love you. I know. That's right, Tessa. Brimo had a cleaning today. Oh no, filling. Filling today. Oy. Have fun with that. Alright, let's try to build this 318. So 318's... These 318's a 5.2 liter. That's plenty of displacement. The problem with this thing is that Mopar, from the factory, they detune the hell out of this thing. It is not very powerful. It makes a lot of torque, but that's about it. Yeah, the 318 heads are caca. Yeah. You need to put 360 heads on the 318. You put better flowing heads on this thing. You put a cam on it. Give it a 4-barrel. This thing wakes up. It's got good internals, believe it or not. The 318 has pretty decent internals out of the box. It just needs a better head. You're absolutely right. Yeah, for insurance, right? How bad is the rear gear and the transmission screwing you? Well, I think... So this thing has a 727 in it, which isn't a bad transmission. It's a 727 3-speed. Mine does not have a 727 in it in real life. Mine has a 904, which is the light-duty transmission. 727s are the heavy-duty transmission. That's what they put in like the big muscle cars, like Chargers. And they also put the 727 in trucks until like the 90s. Oh yeah, that is one of the most. So that's a torque flight transmission. 727 and the 904 are torque flights. Those torque flight transmissions are. So okay, you guys remember the turbo encabulator video? The transmission in the background, torque flight, because the guys that wrote the original turbo encabulator video are Chrysler engineers. Torque flight is one of the best transmissions ever made. Oh yeah, easily. We could put the 60 in it, Mick. Yo, Guinness is ready to go. Mine, Mick, mine has a 7 3/4 Mopar, which it's the diameter of the ring gear for people that don't know. It's a gutless rear end, dude. Mine, the Coronet would need some work, dude. But we could put the Dana 60 in it because they did offer Dana 60s in B bodies, in Chargers and stuff with the for limited slip. You have TikTok? No. Here, all right. Let's build this 318. Let's put stage 1 internals in there. Heavy duty engine mounts, whatever the hell that means. Let's put a sporty exhaust on it. Now mine does have a sporty exhaust. It's straight piped. Yeah, that's what my exhaust kind of does. Yeah. I have a straight pipe. Mine doesn't even have that. It's just a pipe that goes out the back. The thing is super freaking loud. Yeah, the Coronet's straight piped. I didn't tell you guys that. It has glass packs on it. It does not muffle the exhaust. It amplifies it. It makes it louder. It sounds sick, dude. It sounds like some Mad Max stuff. Just blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Mechanical fan. Ooh, we can run twin electrics. Actually, Tessa, I need to do that. The Coronet needs a radiator. The steel core radiator is toast. The engine overheats. Cam it? Well, in this game you can't. It's not like camshaft, crankshaft, pistons. You have stage 1 internals, whatever the hell that means. We don't need nitrous. 318 snorkel? Yeah. No, the real thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. Goalie, the 318 needs a cam and heads to wake it up. I mean, Chrysler. There's tons of parts for this thing. Chrysler made the LA engine, so that's the letter designation for 318, 340, 360. They made this engine well into the 2000s. They slightly redid the design a little bit in the 90s and called it a Magnum motor. Yeah, but it's still an LA engine. Yeah, oh yeah, it's still small block Dodge. Yeah, don't remind me. Wow. The Ram Charger air cleaner? Oh, that's cool, but we don't need that. Alright. We don't need high stall torque converter. We're not drag racing yet. Needs aluminum heads. Yeah, that's one of the things that they changed when they went from the LA engine to the Magnum, which is like LA version 2. They switched to aluminum heads. Guys, fellas, I've been stockpiling parts for the Cornet. I just haven't been working on it. You know, I have a 4-barrel intake manifold for a 360 sitting in. It's in the truck's. It's in the 59's pickup bed. I want to get a 4-barrel, a Holley 4-barrel, right? And I need three. I want to get some 360 heads and a nice cam and put that on the 318. That will. Yeah, that will make it do a lot better. We could put a sniper on it if you want. It's just, yeah, I got the intake manifold for it already. I need to finish the truck. Yep. I could put a Holley sniper on there. That's no problem. Guys, I can write off the parts, man. Write off the freaking parts. If I stream putting it on, I can write it off. It's a business expense. That's why I love this job. Careful with new Holley carbs. Yours came with metal shavings in it. Oh, that's good. That's great. Do we have the... So we have torsion bars. Okay. Yeah, see. The 383 is what came with this, but... Oh, if I could find a Gen 2 Hemi, that'd be great, but yeah, that's not... We'll work with the 318 for now. Here, what's the dyno graph saying? The dynograph is saying engine or manifold. Shut up! Yeah, peak power is about 45. It's a V8, guys. It's not really, you don't rev it. Where can I learn more about this? I have an old Mopar and I know nothing about it. What do you have, Avenger? Oh yeah, farm. That would be sick. You have a 67 Fury? What motor does it have in it? I could, dude, I know, Avenger, like, I'm not the best, but I know my stuff. What are you looking to do? You want to ramp it up. You got to tell. So in a 67 Fury, I think that's a C body. So you probably have a 383 in there, I think. 2-barrel 383. Yeah. See? So, okay, Avenger, a good thing to do that you can do if you want to make a little bit more power, it's not going to affect much. Okay. The thing about an engine, dude, here's what you got to know. And this is Engines 101, all right? Here's the thing about a car motor, okay? Here, let me shut it off, so. Ding, ding. So with a car engine, what are you doing? It's sucking in air, mixing it with fuel, putting it through a piston. It puts it through a combustion chamber. The piston goes up and down, and then it goes out the exhaust, okay? So... Cars from the factory have impingements in this system, all right? And they have impingements in them because cars can't be too powerful from the factory or else the insurance will go up, right? So, or they want, good fuel economy or, internal combustion efficiency if we're talking the Malaise era, right? Air pumps. So long story short, what you got to know is... If you can put in almost as much air in as it's coming out the back, and there's no impingement in the system, there's nothing that's going to choke the engine off, because engines need to breathe. They're breathing air and they're exhaling, well, carbon emissions, kind of like what we do. It's kind of like a person. If you're trying to breathe through a straw, right? That it doesn't matter how big your throat or your lung capacity. If you're breathing through a straw, it's not going to make a difference. That's the mistake that people make with modifying cars. People, kids put I don't know. This is what kids did when I was in high school. They put like a cold air intake on their Honda. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, great. You made the intake bigger, but the rest of the engine is still designed to flow the smaller intake. So all you're doing is creating low pressure in the intake manifold. It's a waste of time. I mean, even the throttle body, you don't change the throttle body, you're not going to do anything. So point is, you got to remove those bottlenecks, all right? That's the important part. If you make an engine that can flow more air, more cubic feet a minute, more CFM from the intake all the way out to the back, it'll make more power, all right? One of those things that you can kind of do, this will kind of work with the Fury, okay? This is a start, but you're not fixing the problem completely, is take the intake manifold off, take the 2-barrel off and put a 4-barrel on there. That'll make it so you deliver more fuel, and you'll deliver more fuel at the expense of efficiency. It won't be very fuel efficient because the motor, remember, the rest of the system is designed for the amount of fuel that's delivered from a 2-barrel, not a 4-barrel. If you put an intake manifold with a 4-barrel on it, it's a good start. That's a very relatively inexpensive way to make a little bit more power on one of these engines. The big things that you need to do with that 383 is you got to wake it up. How do you wake it up? Heads. The heads. This part right here. So there's a part of the engine right here. This kind of, see this thing right here? This kind of trapezoidal thing? That's called the head. The head is what holds the valves. So this is where that impingement thing that I was telling you about really happens a lot. So I have this engine in real life. I have a 318, and it's kind of cool because this looks exactly like it. It's very similar. Now, I don't have that kind of intake manifold on mine. That's not what my intake manifold looks like. I wish my intake manifold looked like that. But these heads in here have the valves, and they also have the ports. This is the most important part. The ports are very, very important. So the ports are, you have your intake ports over here, and you have your exhaust ports. And then you have the passage that the air goes into the valves. There's 2 valves in here and on each cylinder, and those valves open and close when the piston goes up and down. The valve diameter and then lift and duration of the valve, right? Those are huge. That's really important stuff. And that's what I mean. That if you just buy like some Edelbrock heads or something that'll flow more, you can make more power. So it basically starts with the heads and a cam. So like the lift and duration on the valves come from the camshaft. The cam is down here. It's underneath the intake manifold. So what does the cam do? The cam has lobes on it that articulates the valves. So the lobe hits a lifter. That lifter hits a push rod, and that push rod hits a rocker arm, and that rocker arm opens and closes the valves. The valves would be right here, and it opens and closes them. A nice cam will get those valves to open longer and stay open so you can deliver more air and fuel in every time the piston goes up and down. That'll really help with power. Heads are expensive though. And then the diameter or the size of the port going out and the size of the port, the size of the port going in, but the size of the port going out, you have to make sure you can get the combusted products away from the motor faster. Because if you can get the exhaust away from it faster, and that's why some people think back pressure is a good idea, but that's another story. If you can get that stuff away from that motor faster, you can put more air and fuel in. That's really important. You can Alt or Control scroll wheel to adjust the camera speed. Hey, thanks, New. And how smooth the port is. Yeah, that's not even taking into account aerodynamics inside of it. Yeah, if you have a port that has like edges in it, you can create drag inside of the cylinder head, and that's no good. Have you ever done anything with automation? Yep. What happens to the byproduct, the hydrogen, the byproduct H2O and hydrogen rocket engines? Does it cause problems in the preburners? How is it removed before it reaches the combustion chamber? Well, it's really hot and it turns to steam, tweets, for the most part. Rocket engines are insane. Tweets, you got to think about in a stage combustion cycle, like on the shuttle engine, like a jet engine shooting its exhaust into a rocket engine. That's basically what it does. That's what staging does. After you go through the staging on the preburner, and guys, I kind of shifted gears into rocket engines here for a second. It comes out as hot gas, and that hot gas mixture gets injected into the combustion chamber. And Lingenfelter once said, great heads and a good cam will always be better than good heads and a great cam. Yep. The heads are the most important thing, Avenger. Photo for reference. Yeah, there's the 318. There it is, yeah. Sin, what... Dude, that looks like that's... Sin, what are you doing? Tell me you're putting that 318 in that duster back there. My ride today. Let me see, goalie. Oh, nice. She was just admiring my ride. Taking stuff off the engine and putting it back on makes me nervous, but it's a good way to learn. So, Avenger, start with the intake manifold. The intake manifold is easy. If you can turn a wrench, you can change an intake manifold. It's not too hard. Okay? The intake manifold should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts on it. And yeah, just undo the hoses, right? Take the thermostat out. And some engines, like on the 383, has vacuum because they use the low pressure inside of the carburetor to tune the engine basically with the distributor to change the ignition timing at higher RPMs. It's called a vacuum advance. So make sure that the new intake manifold, you just transfer over all the fittings that are on the old one to the new one. It's really not difficult. That was one of the first things I ever did to working on my truck. I swapped the intake manifold. It's not difficult. Inline 6 came out and that's going in. Nice. Nice. Yeah, this is, so, okay. Doing work on a car, fellas, is all about the prep. It's all about the prep. Doing the work is actually easy, but you got to figure out what you need to do. So, like, okay, do the opposite of what I do, Avenger. Like, if you know me, like, when I play games like Kerbal, I don't make the checklist, and I got to fix that because I paid for that the other day badly. Hey, Tessa, 63 months. Thanks, man. Make sure your timing isn't retarded. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can advance the ignition timing if you want to make more power easily. But that's the thing. You make more power, your miles per gallon turns into smiles per gallon. But that's another story. So it's the devil's in the prep work, Avenger. So you got an old engine on it's a 383 from a 67 Fury. It's over 50 years old. Got to remember that. Take that into account. You got to figure out exactly what you're going to do. And there's plenty of YouTube videos out there that'll show you this. But once again, the devil's in the prep work, okay? That's the key. It's all about planning on what you're going to do, okay? So plan it like like I plan spaceflight missions. Like I plan on what I'm going to do, and then we go and do it, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to take off all these 4 bolts. You're going to take off the hoses, right? You're going to take off the coolant hoses. Be careful when you pull the coolant hose. Coolant's going to splash everywhere unless you drain the radiator a little bit. But whatever, it's just coolant. It's not a big deal. Take the thermostat out. Take all the vacuum advance pieces off. Here, actually, let's look at a 383. I'll show you. It's not that bad. The task that you need to do with the old car is not difficult. We need a 383 Mopar engine because if you type in 383, the Chevy engine is what shows up. All right, let's take a look. Your engine is from a 67, so it probably looks something like, nope, kind of like that. That's a factory AC car. Yeah, I'm trying to find a good picture that shows the top of it. Leaning Tower power, Sin. All right, these are Chrysler Marine engines. Chrysler made boat engines for a long time. Yeah, see the exhaust manifold? That's a Marine motor because the exhaust manifold has the exhaust, but it also has a coolant inlet port. On the Marine motors, the exhaust manifold gets cooled with water from the boat because you're on water. All right, so. Okay, let me look. Okay, so you're gonna need to take the distributor out. Okay, so this is what I mean about planning. Avenger, if you go to do this, take pictures. Get your phone out and take pictures from all angles. Literally do a 360 around the intake manifold. Document everything. This is what I mean about prep. Document everything, see where everything is. Take tons of pictures. That's the prep work, all right? Now take pictures of every single thing that's coming off of this manifold up close, okay? So with this, you have the carburetor. The carburetor is attached via 4 bolts. You got to take the carb off if you're going to change the intake manifold, right? It's 4 bolts for the carburetor. That's not a big deal, but you also have to worry about your throttle linkage. You have your positive crankcase ventilation right there. That's the PCV valve. That's very important. That is... The PCV will tell you if your engine is having problems, because what it does is it takes crankcase pressure and it vents it into the carburetor. So if your crankcase has what's called blow-by, it'll take the unburnt fumes that happen from blow-by and put it in, and you'll have blue smoke out the exhaust. You need the PCV because the engine will tell it. That's a way for the engine to tell you it's not healthy. So you need that. And then you have the fuel line on the other side. There's the fuel line and the fuel filter right there. You got to take all that off. Once again, take pictures of everything, all of it. Take pictures of all of it. These 2 hoses right there are from the power steering pump. That you don't need that wouldn't be there. So then you got to take the distributor off, and you got to take the coil off. This is all part of the ignition system. All you have to do with the distributor is just take a Sharpie, and where the distributor goes into the engine, take a Sharpie and draw a line. That's it. Draw a line that goes down onto the engine, and then pull the distributor out. And then when you put the distributor back in, make sure that line lines up and tighten down the distributor so the line is straight, so you can keep the same timing. That sets your ignition timing. It's very important that you put that thing back in the same way that it came out, or else your timing is going to be 180 degrees out. I've made that mistake. What's PCV? Positive crankcase ventilation. So if you have positive pressure inside of the positive pressure inside of the crankcase means you're getting blow-by flaking. So it's a good indicator to tell you that your piston rings are junk. So like if the piston's going up and down, there's rings that seal it so when the explosion happens, it pushes the piston down. If you're getting blow-by, the rings are no good, and the explosion that happens that pushes the piston down blows by the piston and goes into the crankcase, the part where the oil is, and it's splashing the oil everywhere. That's a vent line for that. The PCV is a good way to tell you if your engine has a bad piston ring. Yeah, you need that. It's diagnostics. That's very important. Yeah, positive crankcase pressure is bad. That means the engine's broken. But you wouldn't know unless you popped the hood and you stepped on the gas and you saw blue smoke come out the valve covers. Well, what that does is it takes that unburnt fuel and oil mixture and it vents it out the valve cover into the carburetor, and you'll have blue smoke coming out the exhaust. That's a good indicator to tell you that your motor's bad. It's diagnostics. You need that. So after you take all that stuff off, it's just 8 bolts, and then you need to get what's called Permatex, and then you need to seal that with gasket sealer to make sure that the intake manifold seals correctly against the ports, and then get new gaskets for the intake, and then you're good. New gaskets for the intake ports. There should be 2 of them on either side. And then just Permatex it up on the front and the back right there, and you're good. Yeah. Take pictures of everything, Avenger. Just seriously, take pictures of everything. Get all the stuff that you know you're going to need. Document it all. Take every step. Take a picture. Dude, every time I work on the car, I take thousands of pictures if I'm swapping a part. Because I don't know. How do I know? But this is how you learn. And if you screw something up, don't worry about it. These engines, I mean, if you screw something up with this, you'll know, because you'll step on the gas and the car will go because you'll have in the worst case scenario, you have a vacuum leak. Go slow, take your time. It's an old engine. These bolts have been in there for 50 years. So go slow, take your time. Hit all the bolts with penetrating oil. So like not WD-40 necessarily. Get PB Blaster. Yeah, this is a boat engine. I'm really glad we raised in school. We knew all this stuff by 10 years old. Yeah, farm, I had to teach myself this crap. Sorry, Dave. Don't make that noise. My dog went nuts. My bad, man. But yeah, get an intake manifold and a 4-barrel carb. It'll start to wake that 383 right up, dude. 383s are good motors. They're great engines. They make tons of power. Mopar put a lot of design and engineering into their engines. They sank. So Chrysler for the longest time was always the engineer's car. It's like what would be like a modern day equivalent? Actually kind of like Tesla, to be honest with you. Yeah. Kind of like Tesla. Like Chrysler they had to distance themselves from Ford and Chevy, right? You had to make something better than them. So they always doubled down on making a well-engineered vehicle. And their engines really show it from the 60s. The 318, the 340, the 360, the 383, the 400, the 426, obviously, and the 440. Those engines are some of the best engineered V8s from the 60s, by a long shot. The only thing I can think that's probably better is a small block Chevy. Small block Chevys are insane. The reason why small block Chevys are insane is because you can take parts off one and put it on another. That's a different version of the small block Chevy. You could take parts from a 350 Chevy and you can put it on a 400. No problem. You can take parts from a 327, you can put it on a 350. There's not many motors out there where you can do that. That's what that 383 stroker is that I was telling you about when I was trying to get pictures. The 383 stroker is a 350 Chevy with a 400 crank in it. Makes the piston travel a longer distance. That's what a stroker motor is. If you vary the distance between top dead center and bottom dead center, right? You can get more throw. You make more torque with a stroker engine. What Chevy did in the 60s is so damn cool, and I'm saying that as a Ford guy. They really nailed it with interchangeable parts. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they could coordinate that kind of effort without computers. It's pretty damn smart of them. That's right, Dave. Black smoke is too much fuel. Blue smoke is oil. White smoke is coolant. Yep. There you go. Yamaha makes good engine. Yeah, pretty much. So Chrysler with these engines of Enja, they're very well engineered. They can take a lot of punishment. People turbocharge slant sixes. Chrysler's inline six motor, they turbocharge them without rebuilding it. There's not many motors you could just throw a turbo on and have it be nice and happy. Slant sixes love turbos. They love boost, which is weird. I mean, 318s as well. The 318 in my car, low compression ratio, meaning it's got a bigger combustion chamber, and it's not delivering enough fuel to completely fill up that combustion chamber, right? And if you make it deliver more air and fuel with a turbo, it makes a lot of power. It's almost like they're set up for boost. Yamaha are probably the best comparison to Chrysler I reckon for engines. Yeah. Yeah, Avenger, these are great motors. You can do a lot of stuff with them. 383s have tons of aftermarket parts. They're really, really nice engines. I mean, I'm more of a fan of the RB engine when it comes to Mopars. The RB is the 440. It's the bigger motor. And then, obviously, there's this monster. This thing, right? That guy right there is... that's Chrysler's freaking... That's their Mona Lisa, man. That engine is insane. What second-gen Hemis were doing in the 60s is absurd. Hey, Swishio. Also last. My grandparents worked at Chrysler. They now get an insane retirement plan for the factory closing down when they work there. They also get insane discount on all Chrysler vehicles. Yep. So, for the people that don't know about Gen 2 Hemis, so this is a 426 cubic inch engine. So 7.1, 7.2 liter motor. It's got hemispherical combustion heads, and it's a center point spark plug, meaning that the spark plug is right dead center over the piston. It's not off to the side. And the hemispherical combustion head, the hemispherical heads and the spark plug being directly over the piston, basically when the explosion happened, because it's a hemisphere, it actually, because explosions, what does an explosion do? It goes out in all sides. They made a head that conforms to the explosion that happens inside of the engine. And that Hemi was able to make insane amounts of power. I mean, the new ones do too. You know what the crazy thing is? Everyone runs hemispherical heads in cars nowadays. Almost everybody. Because it's the better way to do it. You get a much more, much better transfer of power. When you know the explosion goes to push that piston down, it does it a lot better. Everyone has hemispherical heads now. Every car, any internal combustion engine car, that is. So they figured this out in the 50s and the 60s. And not only that, but this engine is so well made, it can rev to 8,000 RPMs out of the box. 8,000 RPM from a 7-liter V8 in the 60s is absurd. That's a lot of mass to move. That's why these engines are so sought after. Don't forget about the all-aluminum big block that GM built in the 60s. I thought it was a small block. What about the Toyota's 3.5 V6? That's a nice motor, I guess. Yep. 8,000 RPM from one of these things, Tessa. It's ridiculous. That's absurd. Okay, there are other engines from the 60s that can rev to 8 grand. There's nothing as big as that. Bigger motors, higher displacement engines are usually good for making torque. That's why trucks have huge engines in them. Smaller displacement engines are good at making power because they can rev higher. So like a Ferrari engine. Ferrari for the longest time had what's called a Colombo V12. They had a V12 that was 3 liters. They had a motor that had 12 cylinders in it that was less than half of the displacement of this, but it made just as much power. It did not make enough torque. It didn't make the same amount of torque as this thing. No way. This thing the Ferrari will take a second to get up to speed, and if you put a Ferrari, right, if you put like a Ferrari Daytona and a Coronet with a 426 in it, the Coronet's going to go faster, but the Coronet's going to accelerate faster, but the Ferrari goes faster. Right? Yanko 427s were all aluminum. Nice. How did it not starve? I mean, Goal, you see how much fuel they're delivering up there? Those are two 700 CFM carbs. That's how it didn't starve, man. I mean, yeah, look at the metering valve that they have. That's ridiculous. And look at the size of the fuel line, man. Yo, what is that? A half-inch fuel line? Jeez. Yeah. Yeah. Not that, the 3-liter that you just said. Oh, ITBs. The Colombo V12. Here, look. So that thing had 2 4-barrel carburetors on it. The Colombo V12 from a Ferrari has 6 2-barrels on it. That must have been a nightmare to freaking tune, dude. You're wrong there. Higher displacement, more flow is more power. If you can get it to rev, Hellfish, sure. Higher displacement engines, it's always harder to get those things to rev up. Because the stroke on the piston's a lot higher because it's a bigger engine. But then again, you could have a short stroke high displacement engine that could make power. Yeah, sure. I mean, dude, I'm just looking at this. You have to set the air to fuel ratio. You have to tune each carb individually with a screwdriver. There's the AFR screw right there for the carburetors. So this screw sets the amount of fuel that you deliver, and it changes the air to fuel ratio. I mean, the cool thing about the Ferrari is that and this is the cool thing about old cars in general, you can tune them with a screwdriver if you know what you're doing. New cars, you need a computer to do it, which isn't bad. The computer is much more accurate, right? But there's something that's pretty cool about being able to tune something with a screwdriver. Yeah, there you go, Tessa. Don't touch them if you have no idea. Yeah, you'll blow the engine. You'll lean it out and blow the engine. That's right, Logan. Yeah, and I understand. The computer's more accurate. With a computer-controlled engine, you can change. You can basically have a dynamic fuel map that works with the size and displacement of the engine. So you could make a V8 rev to the end of time and make power and torque. You can do that. In the 60s, that was pretty hard to do. Hey, Chief, what's going on? We're just building out my car, and we're gonna go hill climbing with the Coronet. So we have the upgraded 318 here. So I'm gonna put the hood back on this Coronet, and we're gonna send a. We built out our 318. Let's see what we got. It's not upgraded. It has a built 318 in it, Chief. This is literally my car. I have this car. This is the Coronet. It looks exactly like this. There's a mod that you can get, and whoever made it is a huge Mopar fan, and they have all the right trim and all the right taillights and badging and everything. This is what my Coronet looks like, right down to the rims with the crappy tires on it. Like, it looks exactly like this. Last, please. I'm confused about something. What's up, man? Wouldn't the vibration change the setting? How is that street legal? What do you mean, Elevator? Why do people use intake horns when they get any kind of dirt or dust in the intake? Bad news. With intake horns, I don't see any filter. Intake horns? What are you talking about? That? There's an air filter inside of this cylinder right there. That's the intake. No, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the rally dash, Chief. I can't change that, I don't think. Do we have a dashboard option? Interior. All I can do is rear seats. I don't have a dash option. Unless I'm missing it. These. Flykin, what is that? Oh, throttle bodies. That's called individual throttle bodies, man. ITBs. You use ITBs for better throttle response. The reason is because each piston has basically a carburetor. Each piston basically has, well, not a carb in this particular case. You can meter the air better going into each piston with these things. It's called individual throttle bodies. You'd use something like this for better throttle response. That's the real important one. How do you filter that, though? Race car. Or you could put filters on here, yeah. I mean, or you could have a plenum right here. I mean, that's basically how they do it. I mean, some cars do that nowadays. You have a big reservoir right here for air, right? It's a big box that you attach and then you put an intake on the front. It's called a plenum. RB26. Yeah. Here. All right, let's go back over here. Let me get the pedal cam up and running. Let's save this out. It's my car, I wish. Overwrite that. And let's go. Get the timers ready. Let's do this. 449 was the last time. Let's see what the built 318 gets us. Ready? I don't know why I have the clutch in. That really doesn't matter. It's an automatic. Oh, there you go, Drift. Right on. Yeah. I like dude, Beam's actually a great way to teach people about cars. The simulation has gotten so good over the years. And of course, crashing them is fun too. What I like doing is taking cars that have no business doing a certain task and make them do it by engineering and tuning the suspension. I don't necessarily like crashing the cars. That's just kind of a byproduct of my bad driving. So I have the mod here, Get Drift, for the Coronet. It's the 68, 69, 70 Coronet mod. I have this car in real life, and I'm trying to do a hill climb in Italy with this car. This car is 20 feet long. Yeah, so hilarity is about to ensue. Are the timers ready? That link. What's that, Dave? Oh yeah, there's your plenum. Flykin, look at Dave's link. That's the intake plenum right there. Most cars do that nowadays. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, timer started. Well, we definitely make a little bit more power, but we're having trouble putting that power down. You hear the tires squealing? Engage.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
So we're gonna try to get this boat up this hill climb course that I have. And up at the top of that mountain up there, at the very top of your screen, behind the rearview mirror, is a finish line. The last thing I did with the Coronet was, before we built out the engine, was 4:49. 4 minutes 49 seconds. Sub 4 is fast on this hill climb course that I made. I just picked a route that I thought would challenge the car. Oh yeah, definitely feeling that extra power here. Oh boy. Good thing about B-body Chryslers from the 60s, these cars came with truck suspension, so the suspension's really durable. I mean, it's simple. It's about as simple as you can make suspension front and rear. It's torsion bars with leaf springs out back. Minute 25 in right now, halfway through the city. Onto the cobble. Yeah, Get Drift, ever since they redid the traction in Beam, this game, dude, the handling is pretty damn realistic. They redid the tire physics a little while back. Ever since they did that, dude, game's sick. I use it to teach people about cars and how cars work. Oh, there's the ghost wall. 205. I mean, we still have really floaty suspension. I really have to be careful. That suspension is durable, but it's truck suspension. It's very floaty. We can fix it, though. Chrysler came up with mods and stuff in the 60s because of NASCAR homologation to make the thing handle well. You could put sway bars in it and stuff. Dude, it sounds like the kickdown ain't working. It's not kicking down. You hear that? That's weird. Hey, Hoosier. This is my kind of stream? Hell yeah, man. Oh, dude, this thing's a boat. Almost 3 minutes. We just crossed 3 minutes there. This is a tough part. Got a lot of weight transfer going on between this quick left, right, left. Oh, boy, careful. Whoa. All right, we made it. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I think so, Tessa. I think we have the rev limiter too conservative. Oh, dude, those tires are killing. Those tires are not happy. Watch the, on the left side of the screen, you see the 4 tires over there? Watch the load that gets put on the tires when I turn. Oh. Even in this turn, look at the front right. Oh, the front right is not happy. Watch what they do in this corner. Ready? Uh-oh. Keep it alive. Okay, we're good. I mean, I'm running an automatic right now, Logan. We could put a different transmission in it, though. I mean, this isn't bad considering this car is a boat. Oh, please. Not like this. Okay, we're almost at the finish line. across the line. Hey, 431, not bad, considering 449 was what we did before. The question is, what boat is most car-like? Gonzi? You drive like you've driven this before. I've known to wheel a car like this from time to time. Does it putter out the exhaust because of valve float? Rev limiter. So, the reason you get a backfire like this, Flykin, is because you can deliver fuel. So, okay. The motor has a lot of rotational force. So, when I step on the gas, it takes a second for the motor to spool down, right? You can deliver fuel at a much faster rate than it takes for the motor to spin down. So, you see this with diesel trucks, actually, a lot. The reason why it's pop, 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 pop out the back is because... well, I said you could deliver fuel faster. The reason why is because you're still delivering some fuel. So it reversed from what I said. The motor can spool down faster than the fuel delivery system. And so you're up here at high revs, right? And then you let go. And what happens is that extra fuel, it takes a second for the fuel for the metering to change. Because the fuel delivery really works off vacuum from the carburetor. So it takes a second for the carburetor to think like, oh, okay, the engine's spinning down. It takes like a fraction of a second. What you're seeing is that unburnt fuel coming out well, not unburnt. You're seeing that extra fuel that was delivered come out the back in the form of a pop, in the form of the backfire. That diesel trucks are notorious for this. You ever watch a diesel truck rev, Flykin? Like at a stoplight, and right when it revs, the diesel engine is shooting out black smoke just for a second, and then it goes away. That's what's going on. It's the motor's struggling to keep the air-fuel ratio in line with the revs, and in a gasoline engine, you usually get a backfire. Hopefully, it doesn't come out the carburetor because that does happen. But yeah, in this case, it just comes out the exhaust. See that? That's just fuel that made it through into the exhaust and auto combusted, and then it pops out the back. Well, your limit, yeah, exactly, pretty much. It just the motor can spin down a lot faster than the fuel metering device. So fuel metering device is the carburetor, can stop delivering fuel. So you get some extra fuel that goes through the engine and comes out the exhaust and combusts out the exhaust. That's how so some cars intentionally do this. Some race cars intentionally do that. It's called an anti-lag system. Basically what they do is a car with a turbocharger, they purposely deliver unburnt air to fuel to that turbine, and they pop it after it comes out the engine, and it expands and it keeps the turbo spun up. That's called anti-lag. There are like rally cars that use that. They used unburnt air fuel coming out the engine to keep the turbo spun up, to keep the turbo spooled. It's called anti-lag. Two-step or anti-lag. You got it, Hoosier. Yeah. Yep. The two-step. You know, it's such a cool noise, dude. It sounds like the car's like getting pissed. Hoosier, my favorite part, dude, is when you're sitting at the line on the drag strip, right? And you load up the torque converter, right? Like this, and the car like kind of goes. Like you see how the car the suspension starts to kind of go. You preload the suspension and then boom. You know. Yeah, it just dumps the fuel, pretty much. Mm-hmm. I've heard of anti-lag before, but I didn't know that's what it was for. Yeah, the rapid pop, 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 pop. Yep. But in this case, we're not anti-lagging because we don't have any turbocharger. We got to set the rev limiter higher. So let me go in here. Let me bring this back down the hill. So what did we just do? We did 423, I think. 431. That's fast. Consider it. We shaved 20 seconds off with the built motor, but then again, I crashed during the baseline test, but I nursed it home. But I lost maybe 10 seconds. So we did 449, so 439 to 431. Yeah, we still shaved about 10 seconds off just doing some work to the engine. I didn't change anything else. The tires, the suspension, everything else is the same. So here, let's... I challenge you to a drift build battle. Get drift. I suck at making drift cars in this game. Drift cars are the one thing dude, I do road courses, man. I can tune for road courses and I can tune for dragsters. And maybe off-road as well. I suck at tuning drift cars, and I horribly suck at drifting. Like, it's pretty pathetic. Yeah, I just can't do it right, dude. I haven't done it enough to get the muscle memory down to break the tires loose and control the throttle in the corner, and yeah, I suck. But I've tried to make a drift car before. Well, once again, Get Drift. It's about making cars do things that I don't think they have any business doing. The drift truck that I made, there's Death Truck, there's Baja, there's Flatbed. Load up the flatbed. There's the drift truck. Yeah. This is the one time I tried to make a drift truck. Nope. Nope. Yeah, we should put quick ratio steering in this thing. You know what, fellas? I don't know if this was the drift truck. I'm not 100% sure now that I'm looking at it. Oh, don't hit the cornet. Maybe this wasn't the drift truck. I would have named it drift truck. I know I made one of these into a drift truck once. Let me see. Let me see. I mess with the pickup truck a lot. I like pickup trucks. What's Rally Boy? Oh, for frick's sake. What the heck was I trying to do here? Yep. Yeah, it's called Rally Boy for a reason. Oh, for Drifto. Here, maybe this one. There's the drift truck. Yeah, this looks right. Yep. Yep, quick ratio. Hey, SKS, what's going on? Yeah. I took a long bed. A long bed truck and made it into a drift truck. Yeah, the ladders sell it, right? Yeah, no, it's so true. Here, I'll shut the cornet off for a second. Here, let's see if I can... Oh, that's... Oh yeah, nope, this thing is set to drift though. Ready? Of course, your boy sucks at it, dude. Nope, I can't do it. Oh man, not on these streets, dude. A lowered truck? Ew. I need to see what your socks are doing for this. Nothing good, man. Head out to the empty map. Nope. Nope. It did not like that. This is a dead end. You can't drift around a dead end. There it goes. Did you see that? It did it. Didn't want to, but it did it. It didn't want to do it, but it did it. Can you remove the bed? I think I did remove the bed, Atlanta, and it didn't like it. It really didn't like it. Well, I wanted to get the Coronet hill climb thing going, Kelly. That's why you ready? Nope. Nope. Sent it a little too hard. If you clutch kick it, it'll do it. See, I don't have a handbrake, so I'm clutch kicking the thing. Well, time for me to play Summer Car. Oh, jeez. Alright. So, there's Drift Truck. And then there's my favorite. There's Frank. Frank is my favorite. Frank is what happens if you took a GMC Cyclone and a Ford F-250 and kind of just... Frank looks like a ricer truck. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. No, it's not. See, dude, I've always wanted to do this. Take like a 96 or a 97 F-250, right? Get a dually bed for it, and use the dually bed as a wide body, and just put a freaking huge tire underneath. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a hill climb truck. This thing's all-wheel drive. It's an all-wheel drive, supercharged V8. Screw tubbin, wide body, my man. Oh. Oh yeah, we can watch that during Space News, Chris. Absolutely. Do cars whine in reverse because the gears are straight? They're straight cut gears in reverse. Yep, and it's beveled. It's a beveled gear. Well, no, it's not beveled. It's helical. They are helical gears. Helical gears in the forward, they straight cut the reverse gear because it's easier. It's cheaper. You're not going to go hard on the reverse, right? Alright, let's do some work to the Coronet and we'll hill climb the Coronet. You know what I want to do with this thing? Let me put shut the pedal cam off. What I want to do with the Coronet is I need to get the steering. We need to get a better... So the steering's super floaty. If I can't... you know what? I'll keep the floaty steering wheel because that's funny. So we did 431. You think we could get this thing sub 4s? If we gave it bigger tires, I think we could do it. The tires were squealing the entire time. It screams "why" every time you mash the pedal. Yeah. Do you have any setups for the Burnside car? I don't know. I think I made the Burnsider an off-road car once. Welded diff. I don't know if it has that. So we're running a live axle. We should... High clearance rear suspension? Wait, what? High clearance? What are we clearancing? We don't need that. If I could 4-link this thing, I would. No weight reduction? You know the thing about these old cars, Nighthound, is that they're big, but they're not heavy. Seriously, this thing isn't any more heavy than a modern car. The thing is this is big, but modern cars have all this extra stuff put in them. So like airbags, you know, thicker metal for better rollover protection, etc., etc. They have, you know, all these electronics, all these sensors, all these components, and that does make the car more complicated. It also makes the car heavier. Modern cars are just as heavy as cars from the 60s. Cars from the 60s just have the perception of being heavy because at the time they kind of were. Yeah, they're very bloated. These cars from the 60s are big cars, but this space in here is all empty. So they don't end up weighing as much more than a regular car nowadays. Let's put some rear shocks in this thing. Ah, race leaf springs. Yes. Yes, race leaf springs. Airbags, what are they thinking? Well, yeah. That's right, Sin. Yeah. Dirty little secret there. See? Factory rear sway bars. Let's do that. You know what? Let's just put what Mopar would have put for a performance package in this car from the 60s. So, let's just put... They would have put upgraded shocks in them. I don't think they had traction bars from the factory. They did have rear drums. They only did rear drums. They didn't offer full disc brakes. You know, only front discs on the performance cars. This thing would have had a 355 sure grip. Yeah, that's the name. That's the name of the diff. So an 8. This is probably an 8 3/4. Let's see if the guy that did the mod changed the model. Nope. That's still. Actually, that looks like a Ford 9-inch. Whatever. Drive shaft. Yes, that came with that from the factory. And then the front torsion bars would have came with performance shocks. We would have put a sway bar. They would have put a sway bar up here. The factory front sway bar. That would have came on like Chargers and Super B Coronets. Was the Coronet RT a thing? Yeah, of course. There was the Coronet RT. There was a Coronet SE, and then there was the Coronet 440, Coronet 500, and then Coronet Super B. The Super B was the... That's the one that came with like a 446 pack or like a 426. And then this thing would have had front discs from the factory if it has the performance suspension package with sporty front brake pads. The bell? Yeah, the bell is the clock tower. The steeple is ringing. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Switchio. Yeah, this place look like home. I didn't get any bading-a-ding. All we get is the bell from the steeple. Leaving the rear pads full race? Oh. Yeah, no. Well, let's put the sporty drum brakes in it. So, like, this is kind of what it would have came with from the factory here. Yeah, you know what? Let's just put regular shocks on it. High rear leaf springs, whatever that means. Those look like the stock ones. That's about the stance of the stock car that the stock car has. All right, so I'm not sure it would have came with these on there with the performance stuff. Here, let's take a look. It probably would have came with Mopar rallies, which you'll know the rallies when they see it. When you see it. So let's type in like 69 Coronet Super B. Let's see what that would have had. The Super B is a freaking cool car, man. Yeah. Okay. So it did have slot. It did come with slot rims, but they were bigger. That's Krager's. Nope. Those are the Krager SS rims. So big. Okay. We'll just, you know what? I'm gonna put some bigger steelies on it. And we'll call it a day. thought it would have came with rallies, but maybe the rallies weren't there. Those are American racing rims. There's the rally rims. Those are Mopar rally wheels. See those with the triangles? That's a 70. The 70 has that split grill thing. The 69 has the grill that goes all the way across. That's what my grill looks like right there. And then you could have had an air grabber if you have the 6-pack. 6-pack came with that hood scoop, and yes, the hood scoop actually works. If you had a Magnum, it could have came with that as well. It's just a nice looking car. I think it's pretty. It's a pretty car. All right, cool. So you know what? Let's just put some upgraded Steelies on this. I want to see if we can find the same rims as this. Those Steelies that we put on the Gavril Barstow. Those would look good on this thing. Because the 6-pack was tuned by wizards. True. I can't even imagine how difficult it was to tune that stupid thing. Alright, so... 15 by 9 4-slot. Yeah. Oh, come on, Beam. Come on back now. Oh yeah. See, this is what my car needs in real life. We need more tire. More tire. Wait, can we put the cap on it? Oh, very nice. Very factory. Well, it didn't. The factory caps didn't have those holes in it, but you know what? Gets the point across. Yeah, Mercs, there you go. Well, Kelly, have fun in jail. Wait, chrome trim rings. Yo! Yeah! Deep chrome trim rings. Deep. Nah, it doesn't need the deep one. Just the trim ring. Just the chrome trim ring. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's a tree. That's also. Oh yeah. See, look at the difference. Look at the difference in those dang tires. They look similar, right, from this angle, right? But no, they are in fact not. So we give this thing some good tires. Let's go over here. So we have a 15 by 9 4-slot right there. 4-slot refers to the amount of see the slots right there, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's basically factory rims from all car manufacturers in the 60s looked like that. It's very simple to make. So for the rear wheels, because these wheels get traction, we want something a little bigger than a 15 by 9. 15 by 10 4-slots would probably be good, but see, we might have a little bit of a problem. The problem is that the 318 might have trouble pushing those rims. If you have a bigger rim, it's heavier. Well, not necessarily nowadays, but a bigger rim is generally heavier, right? And if you have a heavier rim, that's more mass that the engine has to move before it puts traction down to the road. So you generally want a lighter rim. And generally speaking, smaller rims are lighter. But not nowadays. Nowadays they have rims that are made out of like aluminum and stuff. And, you know, if it's like forged aluminum or billet, it's really, really light. You can have big rims that are really, really light. You know what? We could put 15 by 9s all around on this thing. And it wouldn't look bad. New F1 tires, yeah, I mean, that's to an extreme, but yeah. I wonder if we can find a 15 by 10. 15 by 10s would be up here because it's 1, so. Do we have a 15 by 10 4-slot? We do. That's a big freaking tire. And then give me 275 50R15s. Oh, yeah, I gotta make sure the front. We got to make sure I put the grip balls on. Oh, we don't have the grip balls. There we go. That's pretty much the same tire. Alright. Better suspension and wider tires should make this thing handle a little better. It's a little high up off the ground for a hill climbing car, but whatever. Whatever. Off. Puke. Whatever. Oh, I can't put the trim ring on it. We can't put the trim ring on this, dang it. Sad trim ring noises. Sad trim noises. Alright. Let's see what this does. So we got a built 318 in this thing with wide tires. Oh yeah, we gotta mess with the rev limiter too. That's what we wanted. We can get more revs with this thing as well. Let's go over here like this. And let me go to the engine. Rev limiter at 6,000. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, it didn't like that. So that must be a conflicting mod or something. Let's put the adjustable in there. And then go into the tuning. Let's put that up to 6,000. See what that... Oops. There we go. It just won't go over 5. That's... why... Huh. Nah, I don't think we need to go wider for front grip guard because the engine is up there and it's pushing the tires into the ground. See the load difference? Yeah, you don't need wider tires in front. They only need to be a certain width. That's fine because you're going to get tons of traction because there's a huge iron block up at the front. Huh. It won't rev. We can't make it rev past 5, which is very weird. There must be a conflicting mod or something that's preventing it from doing that. Here, let's just put that up there. Let's see what it does. Huh. I think you need the race ECU. Well, this is a carburetor in it. There's no computer. There's the bell again, just in case anybody's wondering. Oh, yeah, from the factory they would have had a reinforced K-member. Also, that's a good thing to remember. Oh, actually, no, not like that. No, the subframe wouldn't have been reinforced like that. Never mind. There's something in here that's preventing it from doing it. Let's see what happens when we do stage 2 internals. Let's see if that changes anything. Nope. Didn't change nothing. That's strange. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Maybe stock internals? Let's just see what stock does. Nope, that didn't change anything either. Guy who made the mod didn't code the torque curve past 5K. Look at the graph. No. Kaz, if I go and switch to another car, I can get it to rev past 5,000. This is only outputting the numbers. That isn't constricting the performance. This is just that's just a monitor, right? Like if I go take the truck that I have back there and we rev it, we can rev it past 5. It's something with the mod, I think. You might be right. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just the engine. See last, please. Hakuntaj is back. Oh, wow. Is that concept art or is that real, Helfus, or is that just some fan made that? No, it's real? That's awesome. That makes me happy. It's real? That's cool. What happens if we have the rev limiter empty? Nope, it still just goes to 5,000. See it up there? Huh. Well, that's annoying. We're missing out on power here. See the graph? I mean, the graph kind of peaks at 4,500 anyway. So we'll send it, guys, and we'll see what happens. I get a feeling you're going to be hearing a lot of with this thing. Yeah, Logan, I don't know. It could be the mod. Who knows? All right. Let's do this. Here, let's see if this thing has a mechanical valve body. So yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Yep. If I can control it with the mechanical valve body. So a mechanical valve body and an automatic transmission means that you can control the gears, but it's still an automatic transmission. This is a 3-speed 727 transmission, so we should... I mean, I don't think you would have been able to do this from the factory, but I could be wrong. Yeah, maybe. Oh, look at it stand. Dude, it's just that... Dude, that's exactly how that looks in real life. That's so cool. Watch the rear suspension. If we load up the drive line and step on the brakes, right? You see how it kind of hunkers down a little bit? Dude, real cars do that. A little bit of wheel hop there, but it's actually not bad. All right, let's do this, dudes. Get the stopwatches out. Time to beat is 4:31. 4:31:49. Let's do this. Would they, Merkers? I'd believe it. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, she's still a little bit floaty. Those big tires definitely help with traction. The more tread you have touching the ground, the more traction you're going to get. But that is also dependent on other circumstances. It's almost like this stuff's complicated or whatever. In through the city gates at 53 seconds. I set it back to automatic. Gotta be careful. No ABS. You lock the brakes, the car's gonna go straight. Hey, Spiffy, what's going on, man? Speeding? No, this is Montcastir. It's a closed circuit, there's no traffic around. The only danger that I'm putting anyone in is myself right now. By trying to drive my freaking car from real life in Beam up this mountain. Spoiler alert. Muscle cars from the 60s don't really handle too well. Oh man, come on. Yeah, that's a great way to break it. Ah, stop the timer. I screwed up. Ah, crap. Start over. It's still a little bit floaty. Little floaty, guys. I don't know if we could tune the suspension too much. I know you can set the ride height with the torsion bars out of the box. We could give it a little bit of rake if we wanted to. You can adjust the ride height on the torsion bars by just turning a bolt, which is really cool. I just put fatter tires on it, Grapes. Should have gone the rest of the way up in reverse. What was that thunk-a-thunk sound? It's the engine. It won't let us rev past 5,000. What's up, Mike? Yeah, we Austin powered it, huh? We can lower the tire pressure out back just by a little bit. 28 is a little bit high. 23 should be fine.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Hey! Spiffy! That was a tier 1 2-month sub. Thank you. Welcome to Mission Control. You're go at throttle up. Thanks, man. Right on. Appreciate that. Maybe not that much rake. Yeah, see now this thing looks mean. I like it. Let me set this so it correlates correctly. Ugh, we're robbing ourselves of so much power. We could fix that with the transmission. If I gave it a manual transmission, let's see if they have the A833 in here. They do. Yeah, give me the 4-speed. The 4-speed, I could handle this a little bit better. Just a regular flywheel. Give me the pistol grip. Oh, I would love to do this with the car. Does it model the pistol grip? Yes, the pistol grip is there. Pistol grip shifter. Hell yeah, that's so cool. It's got a 318 in it, tuning. It's a 318 that's built. So it would be like... The performance numbers that I'm getting from this dude, stage 1 internals and heavy duty exhaust mounts and sport exhausts, whatever the hell that means. So we put electric fans on it. It's got a Carter 4 barrel on it. Stage 1 internals, I would assume, like, judging by the dyno, like if you look at the dyno that we're getting up here, it makes... we're making about 400, so it looks like we have a 318, and the stage 1 internals is putting a 360 head on it and a cam. That's with a 4-barrel carburetor. That's basically what we have. That's what these dyno numbers are telling me, with a good exhaust manifold. The governor says you can't go over 5K. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Oh yeah, I got the manual now. All right, tee it up. All right, let's do this. Ready? We're in first. Man, this thing looks pretty sick. It looks pretty sick the way it is. I like that. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. No, it's got a 3-speed automatic in it, Tessa. Why would it be manual? We could change that. Wouldn't be too hard. I'd have to find a Mopar 4-speed though. We'd have to find an A833. Good luck finding one of those. It's just some tire rash. We'll be fine. You disappoint me. It's a freaking... It's a 4-door Coronet. You expected it to be factory manual? What are you talking about, man? Put a T56 in it. Technically a Mopar. I don't have money to find one. Well, I don't have the money to buy one new, Hellfish. We'd have to find a used one. But I'd do it, man. Built 318 with a T56 behind it. That thing would scoot, man. It would scoot. It'd be pretty cool. No, no, don't you frigging dare. It really doesn't like that corner, huh? Hey, Gatto, what's up? 13-month resub. Mopar, no car. Indeed. I'm a Ford guy, but I have a soft spot for Mopars, man. I really, really think they're cool cars. You got a T5? Playful backside Coronet. Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Am I right, Logan? Dude, if I bought the T5 junkyard, I'd be honest with you, I'd put it in the truck. T5s aren't, yeah, I mean, they're not really good for, what is it, guys, like 300, 400 horse, something like that? Nah, not at all. Right. It's fine. I just missed the gear. It's okay. The synchros took care of it. Come on, baby. Flick it back. Oh, no, no, no. It's okay. The rock prevented me from oversteering. Stop the timer. I think I popped the rear tire. Yep. Damn. Yeah. Yep. We popped the rear tire. Damn. Yeah, it'll buff out. It'll be fine. Dude, it really, the rear end's too high up in the air. We have to, it's very susceptible to oversteer in tight radius corners. So, for the sweeping corners, the long wheelbase is keeping it nice. But if you have to turn, if you have to really do a tight corner, yeah, you're relying a lot on mechanical grip in slow speed corners. And unfortunately, this thing does not have a lot of mechanical grip. It's very easy to do that. I mean, that's cool. Don't get me wrong, but also, yeah, not really what we want. I mean, tuning, dude, I'd like that T5. That would be cool. It'd be perfect for the 302 in the truck. I mean, but dude, I'll be honest with you, tuning. I'm sure I could figure it out, but I'm not sure if I'm smart enough to figure out how to put a T5 behind this thing, behind the 318. I'm not even sure those would line up. You'd need an adapter. KC, it won't let us move the engine past 5,000. I don't know why. I adjusted the rev limiter past 5 and it still won't do it. I don't know. I mean, can we mess with the sway bars? Are they adjustable? No. Here, maybe I'll put this back up to 28. That will. It's not really going to help us too much. Yeah, see, setting that doesn't do anything. I want fuel over those rear tires. Let's see. Where's the trunk? The trunk option. Can we put something in there? Rear wing. Oh. The RT rear wing. Yeah. The coupes came with that thing. Not that. What's the race rear wing? Do I want to know? Oh, wedge wing. Yeah, we don't need that. You need 7K for it to be Ken Miles approved. It also needs to be a Ford. Not double clutching like you should. You should put nitrous on it so we can danger to manifold. What about... Okay, I already did that. So we just have the trim badging and that's it. Okay. Bench seats, baby. Mine's got 2 benches in it. It fits 6 people in there pretty comfortably, which is pretty cool. Oh, you can put ABS on it. Not that I'm going to. Car wouldn't have that in real life. Can't put bags in the trunk. Give me 1 second. Let's go in here. Do we have weights? Is there a weight that we could add here? We could put a hay bale on the back, but that's probably too heavy. Only a tire stack, huh? Damn. Wood crate, 200 kilogram. That's 440 pounds. That might be a little too much. Yeah, exactly, 70. You gotta pump the brakes. They don't teach that anymore, do they? Maybe the mattress. Maybe. Hang on. Just tie it down. Yep, just tie it down. There we go. And, nope. There we go. Just make sure we tie it down there. Gotta tie her down over there. And just get into the C-pillar right here. There we go. We didn't need the glass anyway. Hey. There. Perfect. Yeah, this'll work. There we go. Get some weight over the rear tires. This'll do it. All right. Ready? Get your timers ready. Yeah, do it yourself fastback. Yeah, look, dude, look. It's got a nice shooting brake thing going on. It's fine. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, sub 4 minutes is what we're aiming for here. Oh my God, the back end came up there. Did you see that? No! Not a good sign. Not a good sign. Come on, car. Okay. All right. You know what? I don't think that where'd the mattress. All right. Just I don't think that the mattress did anything, so let's just... There you go. It's fine. Everything's totally under control. It's an anomaly, Swishio. You found an anomaly. I think the mattress didn't do us any favors, guys. So, here, let's, that live axle ain't doing us any favors. Can we... Let's put monoleafs in, out back. Let's see. Get the back of the car to kind of squat down a little bit. You know what? That looks terrible. I hate it. I hate it. This thing needs to be... Yeah, there you go. That looks cool. Kind of wanted to lower the back, but you know what? The traction bars might do it. We could put traction bars in it, which is something that you do in real life to help with this. Here, maybe we could throw the traction bars on there. Does it model the traction bars? Hold on. Oh yeah, dude. There they are. Nice. There's front-wheel drive cars in this game, Alice. I'm not sure if the traction bars are going to help us, but this is breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. What about more macerates? Macerates. Hashtag pound sign, Neopod. The number sign is called the pound sign. It's not called a hashtag. Hashtag pound sign, okay? If you ever use the landline phone, you know what I'm talking about.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Blaze down the blunts. Welcome to Mission Control. You go at throttle up. Ready? Tire temperature doesn't matter, Maverick. Mattresses. Okay. Now, Baz, I think we're all right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. I didn't want to burn the tires like I did before. So I'm just going to have to deal with it. This thing oversteers when it's cornering tight. Blaze, everything's good, man. How about you? I'm just trying to take this boat of a car up a hill climb course. Cobbles. Be careful on those cobblestones. Okay, we got a tight corner coming up. Gotta be sure not to oversteer. Turning radius of a battleship. I put in the clutch game. Stop it. Come on. Oh, it tried to go out on me there. Treacherous corner. A lot of fall off on the left side and trees. Sweet. Ramp on the throttle out of those corners real gentle. You gotta be careful. This thing makes a lot of torque at the low end. Okay, left, right. This is where I screwed up before. I kept it in second just to be sure that time. Now we got a long sweeper left. I did not drive that corner correctly, but we're still in one piece, so hey, could be worse. I don't know what that... Nope, car's still handling just fine. I don't know what that is, I don't want to know. No! Straight cut reverser gear. Of course you can, Logan. I wanted to keep the stock steering box just to see if I could do it. Almost ended really poorly. Almost at the finish line here. 3, 2, 1, stop. That was 432. Oh, man. If I didn't crash, we would have been fine. Damn. That would have thrashed on the 431. 431.6. I don't know, Tessa. I've looked at the code and my theory seems to be correct. I've uploaded a screenshot. What did you say before, Kazaria? Kazira, excuse me. Because I like I said, you could have been right. I don't know. I who knows? What's so? I mean, here, Mod Tessa, can you give Kaz a link perms so they can post it? I've never seen the weight transfer that this is displaying. When you lost control, you had 1% of your weight on your rear inside, and you'll shift over 50. Huh. Creator didn't code the torque curve past 5,000 RPM. Well, that's just a shame. Now, when you say the creator, are you talking about the guy that made this mod, or are you talking about weren't you talking about this thing up here? Maybe I misunderstood. Or I'm bleeding here. Oh, for Pete's sake. The mod creator. Yeah, okay. So the 318 is just rev limited to 5,000, which kind of sucks, but hey, whatever. On a serious note, I'm probing the market in Scandinavia for a Challenger RT from 2010 to 2013. SRT, if the finances allows, as a summer car, occasional track. Any personal word of advice? What to avoid or look after? Don't thrash on it too hard, Baz, but yeah, that should be a fun little car. I mean, just change the oil, watch the temp. Those V8s like getting hot, but it should be okay. Yeah, you take care of it, it's going to take care of you. I don't know anything particularly about that chassis per se, but yeah, it should be okay. I'm not sure of any particular issue with that. I'm not too familiar. Can I DM you the link because of copyright stuff? What do you mean because of copyright stuff, Kaz? You can post the link right now. I'm not copyright stuff. What are you talking about? The link times, it was only for 60 seconds, but I can see it in chat. Hold on, let me take a look. So, I can put this up on stream. This isn't a big deal. Yep, you're right. Yep, good call. The mod create. Dude, I thought you were talking about the graph up there. I thought you were talking about the person that made the graph thing. Dude, I misunderstood. I apologize. Yeah, there you go. It doesn't go past 5,000. Well, that's just a damn shame. That's just a shame. Easy fix, get out Notepad and just add more. Where's the file at? I mean, it is 4 o'clock, guys, so... Where is that file, Kaz? Does it have a... Did you have a directory there in that? No, okay. I'm not going to cheat the engine. I'm just going to make it rev more. Maybe this is a project for another day. It is time to start space news, guys. What did the Coronet do? Coronet did 432. I'd have to go do some research of where a 318, what a 318 would, if you just took the rev off, like where it would break and stuff, because it's not just coding the engine to go higher. It's not realistic. If you coded the engine to go a little bit higher in real life, like if you took the rev limiter, or not, well, not the rev limiter, but if you, you took that all apart and you just rev the engine to the end of time, yeah, stuff's gonna break. We gotta make sure if we code that stuff that, you know, we code it to also break where the real one would. I'm not sure. That's probably more code that you have to adjust, but... Either way, dude, this setup that we have with the Coronet here, with the bigger rims and the better rear suspension, is actually pretty cool. I like this. I think this car looks really nice the way that it is. And then obviously a built 318. This is a cool little car. I mean, it's not little, but I wouldn't mind doing these mods to mine. I mean, those wheels are going to be expensive. But yeah. This would be pretty sick, dude. This thing, I like it. I think it looks really good. It looks really good the way that it is. How it sits. We could do this. They make these parts nowadays. They still make them because Mopar B bodies are so popular because of the Charger. Newsy, Steam apps common Beam.NG content vehicles for the vanilla cars. I don't know about the mods. Got it. Alright, anyway, guys, it's 4 o'clock. We have business to do after Space News with Kerbal. I need to engineer a crew tower. So, I hope you enjoyed Beam today, doing some hill climbs. That was fun. Yeah, this map has a ton of fun driving roads. The hill climb one was one that I saw that has a nice clear path all the way up to the top. Valves would be first, stronger valve springs, and you'd want to advance the timing some. Tessa, the 318 needs heads, dude. Yeah, it needs heads. That's the real thing. It needs heads. That's the. You want to see what the ports look like on that thing, out of the box, dude. It's. I mean, it's... These ports are freaking microscopic. I'm trying to find a picture. This is potato, but here, look. Those ports are the size of a damn 4-cylinder. Oh, easy to fix. You have a Dremel, right? I'm not porting this thing myself, dude. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know if that's the wisest decision. I don't think that that's the smartest thing to do. It'd probably be better to just buy heads. Or there is a trick. I was reading about this. There is a trick. There is a head that can bolt to a 315 to a 318 out of the box. And you can at one point you could go find them in junkyards, but you probably can't anymore. You need you need what's called a swirl port head. The swirl port heads that Chrysler made in the 80s were the best heads for the 318 that you could get from the factory. It's got SpaceX is local to you. What's that? Oh, that's cool. Here. Swirl port heads. Where are they? Those are them right there. These are heads from a 318 from like a Chrysler from the 80s. These heads that are swirled like that. These Tessa, these would be the ones that we want if we're gonna go junkyard diving for the thing. See how it's a heart-shaped combustion chamber? These are the ones that give you the highest compression and the most flow. Yeah, the swirl. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's a smaller combustion chamber. Yeah. That's what the 318 heads look like. Yeah, they switched to that in the 80s. They're harder to find nowadays, but if you can find them, those are great heads for the 318, and they bolt. They bolt on. Yeah, see, if you just go on the forums, people talk about them. Swirlport heads flow better than the old if they are untouched. However, you're going to do some hogging, use the old heads. Oh, yeah. Yep. So that and a good cam will wake that 318 right up. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed playing around in Beam. I always do that. I needed something chill today because we're really going to have to figure some... We're going to have to figure some stuff out for Kerbal today. Yeah. We've got a lot of stuff that we need to shore up. A lot of stuff that we need to shore up. I wonder if these engines are so good popular, wouldn't there be a market for manufacturing new parts? 318s, Nighthound? Oh yeah, I could buy them. Getting those swirl port heads would be something that you could pull from the junkyard, so it'd be less expensive. Yeah, that's the reason. I could go buy performance heads for a 318. I mean, here, look. Let's go over to good old Summit here. See what we can find. Hold on. I gotta do something here. This is how you do some research here. So let's see, what are the stock 318 cylinder heads? So we're looking for a 69 318 LA, not a 318 poly. That's a different motor. Not a 273. 67 318. It looks like most of these have 178, 150. Okay. Built is always better than bought. Yeah, duh. Junkyard parts are the way to keep the prices down. You just got to figure out what bolts to what. There's all kinds of performance parts in a junkyard, but yeah, you got to. This is what's cool. It's like playing a puzzle game. It looks like they stayed with the 1.78, 1.5 valves. So that's intake valve diameter and exhaust valve diameter. So 178, 150 is kind of the magic number, I suppose. A wider diameter valve will let more. Bigger valve, more stuff goes in. You couple that with a good camshaft and you can make a lot of power. Yeah, junkyard lottery. It's fun. It's fun going to the junkyard finding parts. That's fun to do. I enjoy that. Turbos, you can find turbos if you know what you're looking for. A lot of turbos use a similar flange, so at that point, it's just finding a good exhaust manifold, or exhaust manifold that'll work. But, see this LA series engine, here, check this out. That's the A series successor. The LAs are small block Mopars, which came on the scene in 1964 and lasted until 1992. 1992, it was replaced with a modernized version of it called the Magnum. So the LA series, in some capacity, was produced from 1964 to 2003. Yeah. Yeah. Made those for a real long time. Alright, so 178, 150 for the valves. Let's see what we're talking about. So, you have some specs to look at when we're looking at heads here. So, we got to look at what the thing is made out of, the combustion chamber volume, and valve diameters. So these are trick flows right here. Yeah, see? They're expensive. There's a trick flow. How about we narrow this down to just Edelbrock and trick flow? Because that'll eliminate all the gaskets and stuff. Hey, Suni, what's going on? Yeah, that's right, Merc. Yeah, you got it. Yep. So let's look at this Edelbrock 6779. What do we got here? Let's, that one's pretty inexpensive. Let's read. Oh, not in stock. Estimated shipping date, November. God damn it, COVID. 171 intake, 77 cc exhaust, 63 cc. That's a bigger combustion chamber. See, 2-inch intake, way bigger than 1.78. And then one, yeah. See, yeah. This will make a difference. You can do 0.575 lift. Okay. That's the maximum valve lift is 575. So you'll need that information when we're going and putting a cam in it later, if we do. Valve seat materials, ductile iron. This is through the head. Quantity sold individually. Frick. Yeah, that's the price for one. Yeah, see, it's got that heart-shaped head. That's what the 318 likes. It likes that. Yeah, there you go. This would be really nice. Nice big ports. Big intake ports. See how big those are? And then the exhaust ports. Yeah, those are big too. See how they're beveled out at the end? Big exhaust port. Very good. Much bigger valves than stock. This will do. This will really, really, really. Yeah, you'll increase power with these. What are your thoughts on Dodge EVs? I gotta wait and see. Expecting some not great news about Starliner's OFT2 mission, possibly as soon as this afternoon. It won't launch this month. Remember that tweet. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Vasya, what's going on? Yeah, it's a billet head. They're expensive. You'd probably, I mean, but it comes with the valves and the valve springs installed already with the seats and everything. So you'd be paying about $1,600, but $1,600 to not double the power of the engine, but this will definitely make a difference. And then you got the head bolt kit. I'd probably score that too. It's $150. Look at not in stock, not in stock, not in stock. Oh, jeez. Oh, total power package, 417 horsepower for a small block Mopar top-end engine kit. Oh, that's nice. That's right there is basically what we did to the Dodge in Beam. That's basically what we put in there. Not in stock. Proposition 65 warning. God damn it, California. Stop it. You're drunk. Yeah, Tessa, this will wake it up. That'll wake it up real quick. I have a car in the shop because they can't get a part in. Yeah, see, and there's valves. Stainless steel valves. Yeah, don't lick the heads, guys. Don't lick the car parts. It could give you cancer. Thanks, California. Thanks for the heads up. You guys, just keep up the bad work out there, okay? Did you guys know that going outside, you can get cancer from that? I don't know if you knew that. And see, the funny thing is that all the people that are from California that are watching right now are going, I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Don't lick the car parts. It's bad for you, okay? Guys, we did it. We did it. We made the sun coming up against the law. We won. Yeah, yeah. Here, I'll show you. Last thing we'll do before I switch this over to space news. Here, you saw the car that I was just working on, right? Gotta find a better picture than that. That's a picture of it under a pile of snow. You saw the car that I was just messing with in Beam. Well, here, look. Whoop. When I say I have it in real life, I mean I have that car in real life. See? You have to consider the origins of them having to make that law. Yeah, you're not wrong, Logan. Yeah, that's true. See? Check that out. Yep. See? We have that sucker in real life, man. I'm going to start working on it. I got to finish at 59, though. Which we should do, like, quickly. Now, don't get me wrong. It looks good, but it's a rust bucket, guys. It's not in the best condition around. The condition is fair. The floor's been patched. There's a hole in the trunk. The rockers are starting to go. It's going to need a little bit of work to get it straight, but that's okay. It's worth it. I don't care. And like the other thing is I'll probably lose money doing it. I still don't care. Like, it's starting to get real rusty under there. See? It's starting to get real rusty down in here. Especially right there. How much of the body is Bondo? No, not much. No, there's no Bondo on the... Well, there's a little bit here and there because at some point this car got into a fender bender and they replaced the left front quarter panel. And you could see that whoever did the bodywork did a poo-poo job because they didn't even bother stripping down the other quarter panel. They just painted blue paint over the beige that it was. So there's little bits of Bondo here and there. No Bondo on the hood. The hood's all metal. And it's got a little bit of rust poking through over there. Jaywa, you know what's crazy about that car? It spent its entire life in New England. I bought it. I bought it from a reseller, and that reseller got it from the original owner. From the original owner's kid, who unfortunately passed away. Not the kid, the dad. The guy's dad passed away, and he wanted to sell the car, and he sold it to a guy that flips Mopars. He was going to part the car out, but it's an anomaly. This car has spent its entire life in New England, and It was not. It was daily driven. It was daily driven well into the 80s. Like, it has 100,000 miles on it. It was daily driven well into the 80s for like 20 years in the snow. Doesn't have much rust for a car that's been in the snow. That's what I can't figure out. The registration and everything was in New Hampshire. I had to get see, like, on paper, I'm the second owner of that car. But, I mean, the most you have is a pinhole on the rear quarter panel. That's it. That's the only rust that you can see from the outside. I mean, there's a little bit on the on the rockers right here. You could see it right there. So that was okay. It's salt that what kills it. Yeah, but they salt the roads in New Hampshire just like they do in New England, which is strange to me. Don't use rubberized coating, Tessa. Don't use rubberized coating if it's humid out. You got to spray when it's dry. That rubberized coating, the bed liner, can seal water between the bed liner and the metal. It'll rust from the inside out. Yeah, TG, the guy took good care of it. I mean, look at this thing. It's not like, okay, the paint's done. The paint's toast. Like, it's definitely got that whole patina thing going on, right? But this thing from the firewall forward is no rust. There's no rust from here forward. The rust is only on the back of the car. There's no rust in here. None of this is rusty, except for that surface rust right there. But that's about it. Yeah, Viserys, a lot of people say don't paint it. I kind of like it the way it is. It's a cool little car. Not little. Once again, not little. See, like, look at all this. There's just surface rust in here. This car was stored outside. It had to have been because of how bad the paint is. Nobody garages a car and the paint does this. This thing was definitely stored outside. I don't understand how it's in such good condition. It's very weird. Yeah, who's dry ice, exactly. Yeah, I don't get it. Now, and once again, the only thing that's really screwing up on this car right now, so the floorboards were patched. The floor has patches in it. It was pop riveted in there. So, like, it does have a patched floor, right? But that's it. That's all. I mean, there is a patch panel over there as well. Those two patch panels, that's all it ever had. I mean, look at the rear floors. How is that possible? I don't... How is it? I don't get it. I don't understand how this floor, it doesn't have a huge hole in it. It should, but it's only surface rust in there. That's why I bought the car. And that's why the guy that I bought it from, that reseller, he didn't part it. He was going to part it for coupes, to build coupes with all the parts, because all the parts on that car are worth money, right? He didn't part it. He refused to part it because it was too complete. It was in too good a condition. And he sold it to me on the condition that I don't part it out, and I won't do it because I got a really good deal for that car. Yeah, Murado, I don't understand. Dry ice rids rust without damage. It's like a safe sandblast. Yeah. Do you think you'll play Car Mechanic Simulator? Neopod, I've been trying to move away from playing Car Mechanic Simulator and just playing Car Mechanic when we work on the truck in the Coronet. All the stuff that I just did in Beam is basically what I want to do to the Dodge. But we got to fix the rust first. It's strange. I mean, don't get me wrong. The thing does have a huge hole in the trunk. The trunk pan needs to be replaced, but that's every B-body. Even B-bodies in California, they rust out because what happens is the seals in the trunk dry out, the rubber dries out, and water leaks inside of the trunk from the trunk. And it rusts it from the inside out. That's what happened with mine. But like I said, that happens with every B-body. Every 60s Chrysler does that. I don't understand why that car is in such good condition. It doesn't make any sense. But hey, whatever. Let's when I'm done with the 59, we'll work on that thing. It'll be cool. How long have you had the car? JY, I bought it in 2013. I bought it in 2013. Yeah, I've had it all 8 years. I've had the Cornet for 8 years? Oh, I don't like that. I remember buying the thing. Anyway, I'm going to switch this over to space news now, guys. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to grab something to eat. And then we'll go. Space news. So for the people that came in from Beam, I'm a spaceflight guy. I like cars. Cars are my hobby, but spaceflight is my passion, right? What I do